Emotion I put into it, the harder I rock. We're better than you. We're better than you and you suck.
What's going on, people? It's the 1-2 Kid. I ain't did any lives lately, so I just decided to just hop on real quick and do a live, see what's going on, see what's popping with the community. Actual facts in the building. What's going on, man? How you doing? We got some other people in the building. Marta Machine, my dog. What's going on? Mar, my man's. How's life, man? How's life? There's a lot of topics to talk about. So I just figured I'd just get on and do a little live, man, and talk about some stuff. If you want to chop it up, I just figured, just have some fun with the community, man. The boxing community, get your thoughts, share some of mine on everything. We had the Wilder Tyson Fury fight. Everybody who know me know I didn't cover that shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to talk about it too much. I wasn't too happy with it coming about, but the event itself was pretty entertaining. So shout out to everybody who enjoyed that show, and they went in there and they put on a show, man. They went balls to the wall, but we got a lot of creators out here coming up with content. It basically isn't content, talking about long counts and gloves and shit. You know what I mean? Just to keep their channels alive, man. To talk about some hot horse shit, And if that's what they want to do, I investigated some of the stuff with the long counts and all that, and I'm like, not really. I ain't seen no long counts. I think these guys got up and they did their thing, and I'm not mad at the fighters, just mad at the situation that came about, that these guys weren't going for undisputed. That was my whole issue with it. I like undisputed. I like the King of the Hill shit. What's going on, Brian? UGC Flame, Black Horseman. What's going on, guys? But there's other topics to talk about other than that horse shit. But shout out to them for going to war, and putting on a hell of a show for everybody in that note. So I'm not knocking that, because they definitely earned their money. That's for damn sure. But I think recently seen Clarissa Shields on Mike Tyson's Hot Boxing. Shout out to Hot Boxing. That's the shit. That's my show. I enjoy that show. But she brought up some points about the Caleb Plant fight with the man, Mr. Cinnamon himself, and she brought up a damn good point. She said, I'm not sure if this man has the type of power that's gonna keep this dude honest, and can Caleb Plant handle those shots? You know what I'm saying? Can he handle them shots that could, like, that this motherfucker gonna be throwing at him? And Mike was saying some shit like, yeah, man, he gonna feel the wind when they go by, like, what the fuck I get myself into when this man starts throwing them shots at him. So I'm curious to what you guys think about how fucking Caleb Plant is gonna make this dude respect him when he gets in the ring with him. Because if this man don't respect him, that could be a serious problem for him. You know what I mean? This guy could do some serious damage to Caleb Plant. And I don't see Caleb really doing much. Like, maybe if he gets a cut, if he cuts him or something like that, possibly. Like I said, the whole Fury and fucking Wilder thing, I gotta admit, man, entertaining fight. You never know what you're gonna get when it comes to boxing. You're gonna be entertained sometimes, when you're not expecting it. And that was a damn sure entertaining fight. So that's that. But we also got the WBO matchup between Bud Crawford and motherfucking Sean Porter. That's about to go down. I'm looking forward to that. That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that. So shout out to my man. We just hit everybody up in the comment section. Marta Machine, Actual Facts, UGC Flame, my dogs, Brian Hawkins. Been seeing you a lot, man. Nice seeing you back around. Boxing God in the building. What's going on, man? Versus Troy Williams was the best fight of the night, in my opinion. Yeah, and that, it's funny because the the undercard was lit, and everybody was talking about it. Me and Black was having that conversation with actual facts, and the whole team. Everybody was talking about it, you know. So yeah, man. I mean, shout out to that card and what it did for boxing. So that's all gravy. But me, man, you know, it's like I don't know. I just wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling the fact that the fight was made. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mind the opportunity that Wilder had to redeem himself, you know, and the fact that he gave up, like he gave this dude an opportunity or whatever, and then he got his opportunity back. Like I didn't, I didn't have a problem with that. I just had a problem with the fact that neither one of those guys was going for undisputed in Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. So it's going to be, and with the controversy around this bullshit, the controversy bullshit is what kind of pisses me off about boxing. What these people bring up these subjects that really have nothing to do with anything because they really don't have any real context or content to speak about. So they want to keep this type of bullshit alive for clicks. And it's like I want to move on and get an undisputed champion. We got a guy who moved up. We still got AJ in the mix. We got fucking Tyson Fury in the mix, and who knows? Maybe Deontay Wilder is gonna resurrect himself once again and do some shit. Who knows? But I kind of knew what it. You know, I just looked at it as I looked at it like I looked at it as a whole. I stood back, looked at it as a whole, and this is supposedly a feather-fisted guy fighting a guy with a one-hitter quitter with not much skill, and they're going toe to toe, which is, I mean, really think about that. And the feather-fisted guy knocked him out twice. Just saying. Like the logic behind that shit is insane, but it is what it is, man. To each their own, you know. To each their own, man. Entertain the fight. But I mean, being that we got a guy, oh well, shit. Now I just said, now that my homies is here anyway, let me drop this link. See, I'm a little rusty, guys, so bear with me. But yeah, like I don't know. Do you guys think that Caleb Plant is gonna make Canelo respect him? Do you think he can gain his respect? Do you think he needs power to keep this man off him? Do you think he got enough pop to keep this man honest? You know, or do you think that Canelo just gonna walk this man down, beat on his body, and then bring it to the head and just put this guy's lights out like a hype job? Like, I'm curious to what you guys think about it. What your opinion is on it? Because let's face it, I think that the man got skills. You know what I'm saying? I think Caleb got skills, but can he compete? You know what I'm saying? Like a good competition. Is it going to be a good competition, or is he going to be sticking and moving and doing certain things? And does he have the proper head movement? Does he have the proper movements? Because he didn't show it in that press conference, man. You know, he was swinging the wrong direction and doing the wrong things. I mean, he blocked some shots with his hands, but they pretty much still got through, man. What's going on?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Brian?
So I'm good. I'm at work, so I got only a minute.
All right,
I just want to say on this, Sweet Hands is going to go Sweet Dreams.
Sweet Hands, Sweet Dreams. We got a prediction already from Mr. Hawkins. He said that this man's going to sleep. Is it going to the left or the right?
No. He going to get caught. He going to get caught with a left hook. Knockout. Wow. Knockout.
Body shot? Headshot?
Headshot. Right? That'd be accumulation, but one, I say fifth round knockout.
So you think it's going to be a slow burn up to the fifth?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. How do I say this? Right, I can see I could see Caleb running the first couple of rounds, jabbing, moving, trying to get some rhythm. I can see Canelo trying to hunt him down, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe catch him with a body shot early. You know, stun him. Bell might save him the first round. Second round comes out. Caleb on the bike, hitting, running again, you know. You know, Canelo's gotten far better at cutting the ring down. So, you know,
Yeah.
I think he punishes him a little bit at the end of the second round, third round, you know.
Right. I also feel that Plant is left hand dominant.
Yeah.
So he uses that left hand. I think he's left-handed, but he just fights in a right hand stance because you can tell the way he uses it. It's like, you know, common sense. It's like this dude's left-handed. It's clear as day. He does use his right. His right does come in to play every once in a while, but to me, it's more along the lines of a Oscar De La Hoya type of deal. But I think De La Hoya had more pop for his weight division. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that the skill set is there and the accuracy is there, but is that going to be enough to keep this guy off him? And does he have the proper head movement? Does he got the proper foot movement? I mean, is his reflexes, he's got decent reflexes, but does he have Floyd reflexes? I don't think so.
No. Floyd reflexes are rare. It's just not having reflexes. Floyd's timing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Like Floyd is one of the best timing in boxing I've seen in my lifetime, you know.
Yeah.
So
I totally agree. With all those magic serums mixed together, it made for a hell of a fighter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, shout out to Caleb Plant. I guess he's a decent fighter, but I just feel like there are levels, and I think that it's going to show in this fight.
Yeah.
If he does pull it off, though, I mean, you know, shout out to him.
Okay.
Shout out to Plant.
The way I've described this fight, right? Right. Look at Caleb Turex, the last fight with Caleb Plant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Look what happened in that fight, and look what happened between Thing and Yildirim, Canelo and Yildirim. To me, Turex and Yildirim are around the same level. Canelo destroyed his guy. Caleb had problems with his guy.
Yeah, you know what? And Caleb talks about that dude like it was a fantastic fight and it was a tough fight. And look what I did to him.
Yeah.
And I'm like
you know,
like the best guy on your resume.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that's right. That's just how I see this, right? Canelo destroyed Yildirim, which he should do. And Caleb Plant had problems with Caleb Turex. So that's just how I see this fight. There's levels to this. And, you know, he's nicest way of saying it, Caleb Plant's outgunned.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't see him doing much either. I think after the 6 rounds, his skill set drops because his stamina goes down as well. So that doesn't help him at all in the fight.
Well, I got ahead now. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in on that.
Well, nah, man, that's fine. I mean, you always bring your 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? And thanks for coming on. I appreciate it, Brian.
No worries, 1-2 kid. Everyone hit the like button and subscribe. And thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for coming through. And thanks for sharing my video too. I appreciate that, bro.
No, it was good. It was a good video. It was, you know, the fanny pack belt. That was a BBC fanny pack belt. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Made me laugh, so I thought it'd make other people laugh, you know.
Yeah, that's what it's about sometimes, so you don't get caught up in all this horse shit.
Yeah, no worries, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too, bro. Hey, shout out to Black Horseman also for sharing my video, man. He does that for a lot of content creators, even when they're not UGC, you know, affiliates. He pushes the community. So shout out to Mr. Horseman and the UGC, you know. But yeah, man, I don't see Caleb really doing nothing in this fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe for a little while. What's going on, Black?
What's up, bro?
We got.
Hey, look. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that count was long as hell. All right, that count was long as hell. Y'all know it. You know it. Everybody in the chat know it. We need another rematch. We need Fury Wilder 4. Make it happen right now.
Yeah, but you got to understand, Mr. Barbershop, it was a long count, and it was obviously 16 seconds that he was on the ground.
The referee need to check if he got his credentials, if he freaking graduated damn kindergarten. I want to see the referee kindergarten degree.
What you think about the fight, though, Black?
Well, the main event,
Yeah.
Wilder Fury. I mean, it went how it went, man.
Yeah.
The dude he went out on the shield.
Yeah, he sure did, man. Toe to toe, the whole fight. They was slapping each other around.
He did good starting out, and then when Fury started landing them flush shots, he went back to old Wilder, man.
Yeah, as soon as he landed a good shot, the body shots was working, and then he just stopped. He got punched in the face, and out went the game plan. As soon as he hit the canvas.
I had the same criticism for AJ. I felt like AJ was doing good versus Usyk when he was going to the body. Then when he stopped, he was just getting pieced up.
Yeah, I think body shots are so underrated, man. I don't think people do it enough. And once you invest it early, it definitely shows some payoff, man. Later on in the fight, some dividend. You know what I mean? You're gonna get results from that. But I don't know, man. That dude, I don't know what's up with him. He's like Wilder was like dog tired, and then had a burst of energy, and then was dog tired again, and then burst of energy again, and fucking Tyson Fury was somewhat consistent. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I did. It took everything in me to not watch that fight right off the bat. I was like, as a boxing fan, I didn't think it was gonna be that hard. But that shit was.
I mean,
shout out to the squad. Like, y'all, you gonna wind up watching that fight. I was like, nah, man. Nah,
I mean, because I'm gonna be real, man. I felt like because of the bad blood that they had between each other, it was just gonna be one of them fights, man. Like it's gonna be a bloodbath. It turned out like one of them, historical trilogies because, I mean, back and forth knockdowns. But I mean, boy, when I tell you, he went out on his shield, all right.
Yeah.
And people saying that dude might need to take 2 years off. I'm like, hey, I agree.
That last knockdown was fucking. All the knockdowns were pretty devastating, but that last one, man, the way he fell, I was like, it was kind of reminded me of that Gamboa fucking Bud knockdown when he just kind of slapped him down and shit.
Yeah.
And he was then the rope kind of held him, but the way he fell, I was like, damn, what a way to go out. What fireworks, man. I know Ronald Finkley was going nuts.
Look, people need to check Tyson Fury's back fat because he has some kind of computer rolls in it or something. How you gonna get him from 2 knockdowns that Wilder hit him with? Wilder didn't hit him with all his might. Can't no man get up from that. He must have been on the drugs or something. Come on now.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. They got some conspiracy still out here, like little conspiracy theories about the shit.
It started prior to the fight.
Wow.
Now it's the long counts, the gloves, all again. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Man. Who's to say JD's wasn't spiking that water that he was pouring on? The water boy wasn't spiking the water he was pouring on the dude's head. Give it a minute. That'll be the next thing.
That's right. I mean, JD is the highest paid water boy in the history of boxing. Come on, man. I mean, look at my face. I'm still thinking about conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I just gotta say though, both of them fighters came to fight, man. They put it all on the line, man. They really did. So I don't know. I guess Wilder still got a problem. He said, "I don't respect you." Wouldn't even speak to him after the fight.
I was gonna ask you how you feel about that, man. Him not going out the the sportsman type way.
Sportsman and class. I mean, these are things to keep. You know what I'm saying? When you realize now it's a sport, it's not personal. You know what I'm saying? You hype the fight, that's one thing. But when you holding grudges like that can't be good for you personally in the sport, anything. When you hold grudges that hard, man, and you that upset about something, it's gonna wear on you. It's gonna wear on your soul. So he's
Mm.
living rent free in this man's head to this day.
To this day. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what's so crazy? I ended up watching this video because this fight had battle rap's attention. Because I don't know if y'all seen that. If y'all remember the walk-in, he came out with Loaded Lux. He's a battle rapper.
Mhm.
So a lot of the battle rappers was watching this, right? And one of the battle rappers, he got his own channel named Daylight. And he said, man, Wilder actually gained me as he won me as a fan in this fight. But at the end, he kind of lost me because of what he did. He didn't go out the classy way, showing sportsmanship towards Fury, because it was some brave ass shit. He was getting hit with every fucking thing that Fury was doing, and
Right.
he
Yeah.
didn't go out to the 11th. So a lot of people were like, well, you know what, man, that motherfucker fought his heart out. But then at the end, you didn't do the classy thing,
Mhm.
and give the respect and acknowledgement to the dude who dethroned you, man, who totally just got your number. So,
I
you
think
know,
that it has a lot to do with the fact that the controversy was built up by outside people, and he
mm,
bought into the shit himself. And it's kind of like a give and take. Like he was giving them some bullshit, they was giving him some bullshit to ride with. And I feel like if they would have let that shit go and this man just focused on his skills, think about it. If this man worked on some boxing skills, I know he can't perfect anything this late in the game, but a few things when he was doing it, he was somewhat successful. You know what I'm saying? And if he was focused on actually doing different things up in there, and sharpening his skills, then I think that this fight probably could have went another way, but that was not the case. And he was too focused on this shit, and it still rides, and hatred and that shit in your heart. This is what it gets you. Fucking nothing. You know what I'm saying? You
mm,
can't carry that shit with you on a regular basis, because what you're gonna have is you gonna have a hole in you. You know what I'm saying? So
mm-hmm,
that's what he walking away with. Now, what did he redeem? What did he come out with? Yeah, we enjoyed the fight. Yeah, he was there, guts and glory, all that shit. But the result was the same. So
mm-hmm,
you know what I mean? It to me, he could have did some better things. I mean, because Tyson Fury didn't change much. He
mm.
didn't change anything.
Hey, as a matter of fact, man, I felt he was fighting that game plan. It was kind of dangerous for Fury. I felt like he was walking into a lot of shit and giving Wilder way more opportunities just because, of the mere fact, he was coming in too aggressive, like right down the middle. With a whole lot of as feints and things like that, like he was doing in the second fight. It was more of like, I'm gonna just fight Wilder, man. I'm gonna fight this dude.
Yeah, it
And
was.
yeah,
It was Rocky shit. It was Rock'em Sock'em Robot shit. Like these dudes, no defense. These motherfuckers
yeah,
weren't
man.
ducking shots or evading any type of. There was no skill set. It was like, I'm gonna hit you. Let's see who could hit who harder.
Hmm.
That's basically what it came down to, and that's entertaining. But you want to be able to count your money as well, guys. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true, man.
You want to be
I
able to
was
count that
saying
shit.
that once again. I think we got like to the fifth or sixth round. I'm like, fuck. If this dude go into the deep rounds, if he get out of this fight, man, it's gonna be like they're gonna have to just watch this dude. He probably gonna be talking different because I mean he was just getting hit too clean, and for some reason Wilder cannot avoid getting hit with that right hook, that right hand from
Yeah,
Fury, and that ear keep getting fucked up.
yeah. I guess he got a glass ear.
I
It's
mean,
at the
what the
same.
hell? That
That's the
same
same.
ear.
Yeah, it's the same ear, and I'm like, yo, this something definitely. They said that he got cut somehow in his ear, which made no sense. I'm like, that's a fucking eardrum, man. That's an
Even when
eardrum.
even when Tyson Fury was hitting him with that stiff power jab, you see Wilder
That's a
was
fact.
not taking that well from the very beginning. He wasn't taking that well. So
Shit,
I think
neither
his
one of
punch,
them was taking them shots well.
I think his punch resistance
Man.
is kind of gone, man.
Mm. It could be, man. You know what I mean? You work something long enough, and you keep getting hit in the same spot
I be
over and
punch
over
drunk,
again.
man.
Yeah, it's gonna do something to you. And then that's another thing too. I mean, when you talk about mental health and things like that, you're getting punched in the head and you're carrying a heavy heart for no reason. So that can't be that can't be good. That's a bad mixture. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, I think that's a bad mixture to be that angry and get punched in the head for a living.
Yeah, man.
It's a bad recipe, you know. So
Yeah, Tyson said that shit on his hot boxing. He said, if you go into the fight and your opponent got you angry, he owns you. You done. If he got you pissed off going to the shit, he said he owns you. But you know, man, I would say this that I feel like, man, just in the last decade or 2 decades, Wilder's the last two fights with Fury got to go down in history as some of the most brutal heavyweight fights we done seen.
yeah.
Like that was brutal. Like that second fight was brutal, and this fight right here was brutal. You know what I mean?
But
Like
based on what though? Why were they so brutal?
no
Based on
defense, man.
skill set. Yeah. So it's like,
Yep,
damn, man, like
lack
the
of
skill
skills,
set
bro.
is dropped. And I've heard a couple fighters say, well, look at the skill set. And I think you were doing a live, and I was like, listen, man, if Evander, fucking Lennox, or fucking Mike Prime, they'd be fucking walking through this division, and you know what they would be called? They'd be looked at as Rocky Marciano. Yeah, but it was a weak division. I'm just keeping it 100.
Mm.
I'm keeping it 100, y'all. It is. These are bigger guys. Don't get me wrong. These dudes are strong. These dudes are big. You know what I mean? But the skill set. I mean, it. And you say everyone talks about Tyson Fury's skill set, but he didn't use that. Maybe,
Tough in this
maybe
fight.
for this style, it worked better for him. But I'm just saying, like, if you're not gonna use it, you're gonna fuck around and lose it. Because now you might be dependent on your fucking right hand and what you can do with it. Now you're gonna be getting caught, and I'm not sure if that's the game plan you want with Usyk, because Usyk ain't gonna be in front of you to lean on. So you never know, man.
And actually, people think I'm, probably crazy, but I favor Usyk going into that fight. Let
Really,
me mute real quick.
I don't know, man. I don't know. What you think, actual?
I think if Usyk gets caught with anything that he caught Wilder with, he's in big
Oh,
trouble.
yeah.
If he gets caught with that repeatedly, Usyk's in big trouble. If he can't avoid those big punches by a 277-pound man like a Fury, and he's punching downward, since Usyk's short, he's got a better center of gravity.
Mm-hmm.
But if he gets caught on a downward like that, especially if Fury punches Usyk on the top of the head, he could potentially, maybe, off his equilibrium or something. I mean, Usyk's barely 220 pounds, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a 277-pound man hits you like that.
Hey, I hate to say
I don't
it.
care how much skills you got. You're gonna go down. You're gonna get hurt real bad.
I hate to say it. So Lisa, plug your ears. But I'm not sure if AJ could have handled that fight. Like with them two, the way they went through it, I'm not sure AJ pulls through that fight. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if he can keep getting up and keep on fighting. I don't know. I mean, but then again, he got firepower too, so makes it entertaining. It is what it is. But I was like, damn, do you think this fight would have went 11 rounds if AJ was in here with either one of these guys? Really though. Like if it was a dog fight like that, do you
And
think
it was
AJ would
trading.
have been around? Yeah. Do you think he would have faded earlier or sooner?
Yeah,
I mean, you
man.
saw he kept getting. I mean, AJ kept getting up for Ruiz. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, he did. But I'm saying though, but it was like, I don't know. Like I don't know, but there was nothing really coming back. When he was after he was hurt the first time, it wasn't. I don't think Ruiz was in much danger. He didn't. There wasn't a lot of adversity that Ruiz had to go through after that. You know, during that fight, that first fight, you know, he was just like, oh, I could just walk in and just put hands on this dude, you know, and he did. So I'm just saying, like, if that was Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder, and now keep in mind too, I think that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder both got a stronger hammer than fucking Ruiz as well. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it may not be a popular opinion, but there's some facts behind that shit, guys. But we shall see. Maybe we'll see it. Maybe we'll get that fight now that neither one of them motherfuckers got a title.
I mean, why not? Still, I mean, it's a money fight. They both got 2 losses. You know. Hey, you know what though? I was sitting there thinking about this because I knew that this was the last thing to determine if Wilder is still up there with the elite class, like AJ and them. Because the reason why I say that is because like AJ, he lost, but he avenged his loss. Dylan White, he lost, and then the Avengers lost recently with Povetkin. I was like, let's see if Wilder can avenge his loss.
Right.
He couldn't
But you
do
know
it.
what though? After that fight, I won't not watch a Wilder fight. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still gonna watch him. Yeah,
Yes, because I mean, he came to fight and he had every intent on putting that man to sleep the entire fight, even though the skill set wasn't there. But you know, he gonna make an entertaining fight, whether you hate him or you love him. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
He gonna make an entertaining fight, and I'm a boxing fan first, so yeah. Now I'm looking forward to his next fight. Now that he don't have the pressure of having that title there and not fighting for undisputed. Now
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah. But when you got that greatness behind you and you ain't trying to be any greater, then I'm not a fan of that.
Right, right. Once you got the straps, we gotta hold you to the high standard. Yeah,
The
that means
same with
fight your
Tito, man.
mandatories, fight everybody.
Yo,
Exactly.
y'all see what Bob said to him, right? What he called a schmuck.
Schmuck, man.
He's like, you
Schmuck.
can't do that, you schmuck. but
Walls
but
closing
I
in on
see
that
what he
dude.
was trying to do though. He was like, why not just make it happen? I see where he was going with it, but he's like,
Bob
come
should have
on, man.
Bob
Bob
should
put a
have
halt to
told
that shit.
him, "Shut the fuck up, you little prick."
Yeah, did y'all see that shit too? Yo, Bob is a bit. Yo, he was like, well, if you paid him what he wanted, he was like, shut up, you little fucking prick.
You prick, get him out of there.
Get him out of here. He got pulled
Get him-
too because
get
dude
him outta
moved him
here.
the fuck on.
Yeah, they moved that dude right out of there.
You got to make moves, son. Security came up like, you got to go. But dude was like, well, if you paid him what he wanted. I was like, yeah, they all have points in that. He was like, get him out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Prick.
Kicked him out that
He
hole.
went in on that chick too, old ass. He was like, and this broad, she comes
Damn.
up here and she tries to get him to do a face off.
I mean,
I
for me,
saved the
man,
fight.
for me, if you defending, for me, I think because Mike Coppinger, he deserved every bit of that too. And then he was steady trying to defend K Abdo's bullshit fuckery. If you're professional and everybody discussed what's going to happen before the face-off, why the fuck would you suggest a damn face-off at
Right.
that moment in time when you're done with everything? Right. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he
Bob
said she
had a
knew it,
right to
too.
be
Mhm.
upset. And
He
he
said
had a
she
right
knew
to
it,
tell
too.
fucking Mike Coppinger to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? How you gonna try to tell me what these fighters are worth for me? You know what I mean? For me to be spending my damn money. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Exclusive news
What's good?
insider.
What's up,
What's going
fam?
on,
E
man?
and I.
Salute, UGC, salute, 1-2 kid. Who the other guy? Who's the other guy? I don't see his name.
Actual facts.
Actual facts, salute, bro.
What's
Salute,
up?
big bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
How you doing, bro?
I'm just soaking it all in, man. I'm just happy that this shit finally over, man. Wild and Fury, great fight. I think the best fight I've seen thus far. You know, I'm only 18. It's a lot of boxing I got to catch up with. Pretty knowledgeable about boxing, though. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know everything. But that fight right there, it was the best fight I've seen live. You know what I'm saying?
Pure
And,
entertainment, man.
Hey, look,
sure,
hey,
drama.
nobody knows. real quick, exclusive. Nobody knows everything, but everybody together knows everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Actual facts.
And I'm just glad it's over, man. I'm just like I'm amused by the LDBC and what they talking about. Now it's another excuse, it's the long count and stuff like that. So it's just always something, you know what I'm saying? Fury would never get the credit, you know. I wasn't a big fan of Wilder or Fury before the fight to begin with, but Fury earned my respect. He's just it got to be that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think they both came in like for what they did in the ring. Shit, man, you gotta respect both of them motherfuckers because they put on a hell of a show. So I mean, I'm not knocking them on that, but the fact that them dudes is bullshitting with undisputed, that's when I'm like, nah, that's where the cart stops. I'm like, nah, yeah, nah, we ain't going that far. You motherfuckers weren't trying to be great. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you was capping too, knowing damn well y'all was gonna have a third fight. Mr. Fury cut that shit out. You knew damn well that court wasn't going your way. Your lawyers told you, yeah, we're probably gonna lose, we're gonna draw it out.
Uh-huh.
So we knew what it was. We knew what it was, and
Yeah, I
if
actually thought
either
that
one
shit
of
was
them,
gonna backfire on him though. But hey, he had to fight to keep that, get that third victory, a second
yep,
victory over him. But yeah, I thought that all that playing games and shit was gonna backfire on him. But it is what it is.
yep,
It is what it is. But I still favor Usyk, man. I think Usyk's skill set. People saying he's shorter, and I know Roy said that shit. The bigger skill man beats the little skill man. I'm like, not all the time. I mean, but we got to see with that fight. We'll see.
got boxing learner in here too. What's going on, man?
What's up, bro?
Uh,
What you think about the fight?
Uh, at first I saw some highlights of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was kind of sloppy at first, but then I watched. Then somebody posted the whole fight on YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, it was a pretty good. It was a pretty great fight, but Deontay Wilder got extremely gassed, and after like the third round, but he was able to do something great in the fourth round. He was able to catch Tyson Fury with a short one, and he was able to drop him again. But after that, it was really just all Tyson Fury. But he like when Tyson Fury looked like he was about to stop him, Wilder would like throw a bunch of punches and land on him and make it seem like he was like still in the fight. But really, Fury was just punishing him for like a whole duration. And Fury had him out on his feet because he was tired and he was beating him up, but he couldn't get him out of there. It shows that Fury ain't really that big of a puncher. He can hit, he knows how to punch, but he ain't a big puncher. And I think Wilder, he sustained a lot of damage in this fight, so I think he's going to be off for at least, hopefully, a year. You know. And
Yeah.
Tyson Fury, I don't think he even trained that hard for this fight. I heard he had a baby while he was training and stuff like that. So I don't even think Tyson Fury trained that hard. And well, he still managed to pull it off. I still think he needs to prove more. People are saying that this is the greatest fight ever that they've seen in a long time. It is great, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
yeah, people got their
Everybody
opinions, man.
entitled to their opinion. Yeah, so it's all good. You know what I mean? But it was an entertaining fight. That's for damn
Yeah.
sure. I enjoyed every bit of it. When I did watch it, but I couldn't, as a boxing fan, I couldn't hold on too long. I missed the main event, and my girl was like, "You ain't ordering the fight?" I was like, "Hell nah." And I fell asleep, and at 4:30 in the morning, I woke up like, let me see what the fuck is up here.
Yeah.
Right.
But I just didn't want
I
to.
mean, it's tough not to just pull the trigger on the night. You're like, damn, I could just fucking get this shit, but you
Yeah,
fucking held off. So
yeah, that was tough enough, man. I was going through withdrawals and shit. I was sweating and shit. I was like,
right.
fuck, fuck, man,
That's
fucking
boxing shit,
relapse,
dude.
man. I gotta, if I can stop this, I can stop that. But it was
One
still,
click away, promotion.
yeah, one click away, man. But it was fun, and it was a good fight, and it turned out well. So, what y'all think? We got Porter, and we got motherfucking Bud Crawford. We got Undisputed coming again. You know what I mean? With motherfucking Caleb Plant and Canelo. So,
Yep.
what? Wow. Like
November.
I'm looking forward to that shit, man.
The
November.
fall is lit. Like fall is about to be lit, man, and winter. You know what I'm saying with
November is
fights.
great. November is gonna have all the great fights.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. So do now exclusive boxing news and boxing learner. Do you guys see any way Caleb could pull this off?
I think Caleb's going to be great for the first 4 or 5 rounds. Canelo said, I didn't really watch the thing, but there was a thing when I was looking through the YouTube. They said he was really going to take over after the 5th round. So I think that I think Caleb wants to prove that he's also a tough guy. That he's not going to be intimidated. That he's probably going to go. I say 3 extra. Canelo's really going to turn it up after the 5th round. So I say maybe 3, 4, 9 rounds. That's when Canelo's really going to get him out of there.
Yeah.
The first
About
4
you,
rounds,
exclusive.
Caleb's going to look great. The first 3, 4 rounds, even a little bit in the 5th. But after that, that's when Canelo said he's really going to take over. So
It's gonna fade.
Mhm.
Go ahead, exclusive. What you think?
I'm rooting for Caleb Plant, but ultimately I know what it is. I don't think he has anything for Canelo, to be honest. But I think that fight could look a lot similar to the Billy Joe fight. He'll have success early on, but as the fight starts to get later in the fight, I feel like Caleb Plant, he's gonna start to wear down. I've seen his last fight; he didn't look too impressive. He got the unanimous decision win, but against Caleb Truax, he didn't really look that good. You get what I'm saying? His gas tank really isn't really that great late in fights. Neither is Canelo, but I think at the championship level, Canelo, he showed us that he knows how to cut off the ring late in fights, and I think he's gonna put that pressure on Caleb Plant late. Probably drop him. I don't think he'll stop him though. He'll drop him probably a couple times, but I don't think he'll stop him.
Y'all think he gonna withstand it and he ain't gonna quit?
Yeah, he's going to try not to quit, but I think his corner might stop it. His coach.
We'll see. We shall see. But
You gotta see if
it's
Plant
for
can take
undisputed.
Canelo punch, man.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the other way around. Canelo can take his shot. He was taking them Golovkin shots.
Hey,
Plant
Caleb
was
Plant
talking
got
shit.
Mayweather got. Canelo. What's his name? Caleb Plant got them Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather hands, them brittle hands, bro. His hands be breaking all the time.
Yeah, he hurt his hand in the last fight. I'm like, how you break your hand, hurt your hand, beating up on Caleb Truax?
Well, he definitely gonna break his right hand
Bro, you
when he
didn't
catch that
you didn't
big
see his
ass
head?
neck.
You didn't see Truax's head, bro?
Yeah, that's a chrome dome, man.
Bruh.
Shit,
I don't know, but
you can catch him cold though. You can catch him cold. Like what's his name? The rail caught him cold and knocked him out.
Yeah.
I
But
guess that's
for
why
some
he's
reason-
dubbed Sweet. I guess that's why he's dubbed Sweet Hands Plant.
Yeah.
Those are always breaking.
Yeah,
The sweet
yeah,
one.
the first few rounds are gonna be really good for Caleb, man. I think that's gonna be, but that's the problem that like people they get too concerned with the first 3 rounds. I remember when he was fighting Amir Khan, like people said that he was losing. I'm like, even like I don't think Canelo like he don't start out strong like he used to when he was at 154. But even at the beginning of the round, I remember Khan getting countered pretty good, even when he was winning.
I think Khan definitely had the wrong game plan because that motherfucker was like, and then I dropped that right hand on him, and that always hurt someone, and it didn't hurt him. It was like you were expecting to hurt him with that right hand. Like that's bad right off the fucking out the gate. Well, you was expecting to hurt this dude, and he's that much bigger than you. Or you could have just been busting his face up. You know what I'm saying? Just busting him up and cutting him, like in boxing him. But to sit there and his problem was he always let one too many go in that combination, and he leave himself wide open. You know what I mean? So and then we know what happens when you would touch it. It's like lay down, go to sleep.
Yeah,
blow wind on the chin.
Yeah.
Does anybody know the undercard for that fight?
I do not. Anybody else on the panel?
Y'all know that one dude that's been on Canelo's cards? He been he like 4-0 some shit. Hit that big ass head. I can't.
Mark Castro. Yeah.
He on there, but other than that, I don't know about nobody else.
You know who I want to see fight again? Gary Russell's brother, Gary Russell, which makes
Yeah,
probably why
yeah,
nobody
Yeah,
fucking talks
Gary
about him because they
Antoine.
don't know what to call him.
yeah. Because
You
they all
know,
got the same name.
right? But
Right.
that dude is
Yeah,
kind of got
that's
that.
Antoine.
Yeah, Antoine.
Antoine.
Yo, that dude is a beast, man.
Yeah.
He's a
Antoine Russell.
sleeper, man. I
You
love
talking about
watching that
Antoine
dude
Russell?
fight. Yeah,
And there's good fights for him too at 140. There's Sabril Ortiz. There's this other guy from
Yeah,
Argentina.
Antoine Russell.
he got big ass neck too, right? Even with the big ass neck.
Shit, Mario Barrios. Him versus Mario Barrios would be a good fight.
Yeah, I think, and he throws explosive shots, man. I like that. I like that. He got like that tank style. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like that. And he ain't
I don't know. I
afraid
think he
to
throw a lot more punches than Tank.
Yeah.
right, but he's explosive and he hits hard, and it's
And he
just
use
like,
angle.
yeah, I like him. I think he's a sleeper, and I think being that they do got like it's Antoine, but I think that's his middle name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's really Gary. Like
Yeah.
they're all named Gary Russell, like that George Foreman shit. So like I
Yeah.
said, yeah, but I like Antoine. Yeah, Antoine. Now I know I'm gonna say his name a lot more because I'm like, what do I call him? Like the artist formerly known as Prince? Like what? You know what I mean? Like how do I communicate this man without bringing up, Gary Russell who fights every once in a blue moon and shit, every eclipse.
5 defenses in 5 years.
Yeah.
He said
That's
he moving
facts.
up, but we never hear. Well, all we see about him is in the gym. He says he's gonna move up. I'm like, come on, bro, you about to miss a whole year.
You're
Yeah.
not fighting this year, dog. Forget about it.
That's crazy, man. He need to move up.
Rosclot said Plant is getting his ass whooped. I don't think anybody up here is disagreeing with you. Even exclusive news insider said, I'm rooting for him, but man, listen. I know what it is. And I do the same shit, man. I'm like, I'll be rooting for him, but I don't know, man. My heart's with him, but I ain't putting no bet on that shit. My money gonna stay in my pocket.
Yeah.
This year we've been seeing new champions, so I don't mind seeing new champions. But I'll tell you this: one thing I think is like the 2021 curse in that ring. Every fighter I see that like be throwing their hands up in the fight, like as if they celebrating that they won the round or they trying to get the crowd energy. Hey, they lose, bro. They've been losing. So
But
Caleb
this is the
Plant,
cap era, though. Everyone they even capping during their ass whoopings. Like,
Wilder was doing that. Hey, Wilder was doing that in the Fury fight. He kept
Yeah,
putting his
he
hand. I said,
was.
"Hey,
He
Wilder,
was.
you might want to stop with that shit, dog." And I just been seeing what's that dude? Granados was doing that shit against what's the dude? Conor Ben. Stop putting
Yeah.
your hand up in the fight, man. You're gonna get
Yeah.
your ass
Cause
whooped.
it's funny that people always give credit to Floyd for some of the bullshit he used to do back in the days. But you know who pretty much started that shit? Mikey Garcia.
Mikey
yeah.
Spence
did
fight, he
another
was
one.
like, yeah,
Ass
whip that
whoop.
ass.
AJ did it low key too versus Usyk. Ass whoop.
Yup.
Yup.
Put your hand
Yup.
down, man. You
And so
focus.
did so did and that's what I
It ain't
mean.
over
Like
till it's over, bro.
so when
Yep.
people be flaming Mikey Garcia, I'm like, what does Mikey Garcia do that Adrian Broner don't do?
Mm.
He does the exact same shit. Bounces
Man.
around in weight classes, like fronts
Mhm.
like he won the fight. Gets the big paydays, but the promotion though, I gotta say Adrian Broner, I think he's better for promotion
Yes,
to
absolutely.
promote the fight. Yeah, but
He said Heyman holding him back, man. Got him on allowance.
What?
So that's why we
man,
put him on the UGC, keep him employed,
yeah,
man.
he
Make him
funny
Yeah.
work.
as shit though.
Mikey
funny.
find a tune up this weekend.
Yeah,
Oh, that's this weekend?
Hey,
That Italian card, right?
Mhm.
I don't like that, man. He was supposed to be fighting my nigga Regis, bro. Come on now.
yes.
Doug Regis, man.
What a
God damn.
fight that would have been, man. I
Doug
would have
Regis.
loved to seen that shit. I think they
Yeah.
both would have had some concerns in that fight. Like I think Regis would have put the pressure on him and put the beast to him, but he would have felt some funk. He would have paid
I
for
was
that real
shocked.
estate.
I'm not gonna lie. I had picked Mikey in that fight too, but I was shocked that Mikey turned that fight down. It's like, damn.
Yeah, that's a bad style matchup for Mikey. He know what it
Maybe, but
is.
I'm telling you, man. Like I said, man, Mikey, for as what much heat as Mikey get, that motherfucker could punch,
Yeah.
left or right.
He do got
That
that 1-2.
motherfucker, he put motherfuckers' hands in their pocket. When he punch them, they put their hands up and they just stop throwing. They like hold it.
You better
wait.
ask Robert Easter.
Yeah, man, shit. And
Robert Easter
Broner.
trolled himself about that fight.
Yeah, Broner too. He kept his hands home and was like, "Fuck." He is like,
Mm.
this little motherfucker could punch. So he do got a punch, man. And it what's funny is how he hides that 1-2 because you know that's what's coming.
When I found, hey, when they said that he
the shit.
1-2, when they said that he hit harder than Maidana, I was like, what, Mikey? Because they was talking about that in the camp. You know, they was all in the same camp, and they said, nah, Mikey hit harder than him.
Yo, Mikey said the one dude he sparred with a lot of dudes. He said the one dude that probably the hardest hit motherfucker he was in there was that dude who passed away, that lightweight, the 122-pounder, I believe. The dude who was undefeated. I'm trying to think of his name. They found him hung in a cell. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, wait, in the cell.
Valero, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He said
Valero.
he been in there with Manny and all of them. He said, but when he was in there with him, he was knocking motherfuckers out and sparring regularly. He was stopping motherfuckers, man, champions. Stopping them with headgear and big ass 16-ounce gloves. So he had something.
Thumping the boys out the head with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's that dude that I guess he had a lot of buzz because they say he knocked out T.O. in sparring.
Oh,
I think he undefeated, but
El Rayo.
Yeah, but he's not there yet. He's not there yet. I've seen some of his fights. He's improving, but he's not there yet.
so he just one of them dudes that's just like vicious and sparring, but under the bright lights, he's not there yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I was like,
got
yeah,
build
who's
his
this
name
dude?
up, but hey, that's how Spence came up. He was whipping ass and sparring too.
Yeah,
he was making a buzz like that. We got Broke Longa in here.
Yeah, yo, I wanna apologize, all right, son, because I'm just, I got humbled in there, you know what I mean? And for Canelo, he still gotta see me though, fam. You know what I mean? He still gotta see me. Whoever wins, Caleb or Canelo, they gotta see me. All right, I'm the chosen one. My bicep is broke, but I'm not. I got the Gucci, I got the Fendi on, I got the Gucci belts. Feel me? Terror Squad all day, baby.
Man,
I want to see him in the Bully, Berlanga and the Bully.
Yeah, that's a good fight.
That's a good ass fucking fight right there.
Yeah, because they both got huge flaws. He was lunging a lot in that fight. Berlanga versus Ferris.
Leading in with his head a little bit too much.
I missed that fight though. I gotta watch that one.
Yeah, but that was the same guy that was giving Billy Joe Saunders lots of problems. So I don't like. Of course, he's going to expose this guy. I thought Bob made a big error putting him in there with that guy.
He put Berlanga on his ass too, right?
Yeah, he hurt him too. After that, he was going for the kill, but he only had one eye. His other eye was closed. He couldn't see.
Yeah, his eye was fucked up. Berlanga did bust the shit up. But the way it swelled looked like a thumb. You know how that swells? It swells from the top and the bottom, and it seals. Like that. Usually, those type of, it's either a broken fucking eye socket or a thumb in the eye.
And he was hitting them with some shit too, man. It's just that he didn't throw it. In my opinion, he didn't throw it.
Martin Ramos said Berlanga versus Morel.
Hell no, he
Morel. Oh yeah,
beat him, and then probably stop him late.
Or even Berlanga and Rosado.
Yeah, that's a good fight. That's the one.
I want to see all of these upcoming dudes face Rosado. You ain't shit until I see you beat him. Fuck that.
Yeah.
If you at 68 and you ain't holding the belt, you gotta come see Rosado, bro. Let them know, actual. They gotta see Philly's own, man. Gabe Rosado's.
Yeah,
man.
Because everybody thought Beck was going to beat him.
Yeah.
Put some respect on Rosado, man. You gotta come
that
through
was
him.
that was to me the best knockout of the year.
Yeah, that might have been the
Gotta
one,
that
dog.
Philly Rican, man. I think
The
Rosado
way
beats
he had that
Berlanga
boy
right now,
ass,
man.
he had that boy
Straight
ass
up.
up.
Yep. Yeah.
That was my knockout of the year. What y'all think? Is that's got to be at least in your top three? That was my number
Yeah.
one. The way he slept
Yeah,
him, he
right.
was in trouble too. The bully was on his ass, and he just caught him. It was like I knew it, and it was about to land this round. It's like,
Time the shit out of him.
yeah, he did though. Caught him, and that motherfucker went
He threw
out.
the perfect punch for that shit, man. Hey,
Mhm.
but Rosado did say though, that's why like that's a good matchup. Like if Berlanga get in there with the bully, because one thing Rosado did say, he said that dude can punch though. He said when he took that knee, when Rosado said when he got dropped, he was like he had to take that full 8 because you definitely could feel the power of what he said. So yeah, I want to see Berlanga in there with somebody who can punch like him,
Yeah.
coming in there with that wild shit.
Yeah. He needs to stop telegraphing. If he can find a way, if he can like bring his shit tighter, man, he'll be way. I think he might beat Berlanga if he can, but it's still gonna take some time for that to break that bad habit. So I
Well,
don't know.
he got the angles down. I think just because
Yeah.
when he feel like there's gonna be damage done when I put hands on you, so I could get away with it, and
Mhm.
it did not go his way because he got caught with one of them Marquez Pacquiao pop shots. Man, that
Yep.
motherfucker went to sleep.
Absolutely, bro.
That shit was beautiful. I was like, that was perfect. I was like, yeah, and everybody was rooting for Rosado in that fight deep down, even though they were like, yeah, man, this dude gonna pull it off. But everybody wanted Rosado to win, and then when he caught him, it was just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go to
He
sleep.
finally got his moment, man. He finally got vindication some kind of way.
Well, that's the only way he could do it, man. And that's
Yep.
one of the problems with boxing is, if it goes to full decision, sometimes them favorites are gonna get that fucking decision. Them judges, in their pocket, man. In the bag.
Yep.
I'm not saying they was fixed, but they was all bums.
Hey, so 1-2 kid, what would you think would be the number 2, like most vicious knockout of the year? Because that's number. I agree with you. That's number 1. Is Wilder got to be in the top 5 for sure. With that Fury KO, that shit was.
I want to say
I got
one.
one.
So
Didn't what's his name Baranchik get knocked out this year against Zepeda? Was that this year?
that's
that
the
was
year before.
that was he got knocked out by Montana Love this year, his last fight.
Oh yeah,
Oh, was
Montana.
that? I missed that fight.
So who you got,
That was a good
Insider?
fight. Oh, what's the dude's name for the Philippines? He had a pretty good knockout, bro. What's his name? He's Pacquiao's kind of protege. They hype him up as the next Pacquiao. What's
Yeah,
his
I know who you
Casemiro?
talking about. I can't think of
Yeah,
his name.
not Casemiro, not Casemiro. This other dude. I forget
Casemiro
his
went the
name.
distance,
I
and
know what
he
you're
actually
talking
got a
about. I know
gift.
what you're talking about. Mark Magzeo.
Yeah, Max Zao. Yeah, he had a pretty good knockout, bro.
Yeah, that sounds familiar, motherfucker.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
knocked out
man. Yo,
Seja.
I'm sorry, y'all, but like essay sport evangelist always says that I'm hard to, you know what I mean? I have a high, I put motherfuckers, I put up a high standard for motherfuckers, but this motherfucker worse than me. He said Gabe Rosato's still a double M bag.
What?
Damn, what
He
this
skilled
thing?
one though.
Yo, he just knocked the motherfucker clean out. He's like, yeah, he's still double M.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it takes a lot to impress this motherfucker. You can get a
Yeah.
one punch knockout of the year, and it's like, yeah, you
Yeah.
still suck.
Oh, I know my top 3. It's number 1 is probably Gabe. Number 2 is Mark, and number 3 I think is probably Callum when he knocked out Lennon Castillo.
Oh yeah. I forgot. That might be number 1, dog. I forgot.
Wait, I didn't even see that knockout.
I
How
didn't mean to
bad
laugh.
was
I
it?
didn't mean to laugh, but I can't believe I forgot
He had
about
to go
that.
to the hospital. He
I
was
would mention one dude's name, but the phenomene made me, I was like, yeah, fuck that.
Oh, Valdez and Burchell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lost brownie
Then
points.
to me, man.
That shit was, oof. That knockout was,
He fell on his face, right?
yeah, he fell on his face.
Yeah.
But real
I
talk,
don't know, man. Beckham was ass up though, so that might
yeah.
still be number 1 for me. That motherfucker.
say, you guys know what's going on with Tevin? I've been seeing him on YouTube, but he's been like doing like his life like vlogging. I heard that he got some type of thing that he can't go into the ring or something. Like he can't fight because it's something with his contract.
What? Never heard about that.
Got
Damn.
him tied for first.
No wonder he's getting
RGM in
busy
the
on his
building.
channel.
Yeah, he can't fight. Something's going on. I don't know what's going on, but it's not allowing him to fight.
What is matchroom contract?
Yeah, something's going on because
Damn,
he was supposed to rematch JoJo, and then
that fell out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Eddie freezing out? Tevin, what's going on?
Yeah, probably.
Shelfing
Because
that
I heard
boy.
they moved out of America. They really kind of moved out of America. They out there in Europe now.
Devin might have, and Devin is a free agent, so Devin ain't got to worry about being.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Devin's a free agent.
What's
He working with
going on,
Eddie,
RGM?
but yeah.
But there's a lot of guys in America in Matchroom that haven't been fighting. Jesse Vargas haven't been fighting. Who else haven't been fighting? Shit, there's quite a
On
few.
the American market side of that.
Yeah. They haven't got Jesse a fight since the
Mikey, but Mikey got a fight coming up, so Mikey be getting VIP like.
Yeah, they
be
treat him
love.
Man, they give him everything over there.
Mikey get love over there though. That's crazy.
What's poppin', RGM?
Hey, what up? How's it going? 1-2 Kid, Black Horseman.
You gotta replay that.
Replay what?
You might have a delay. What's good though, Red?
That leg shake.
Yeah, I think he does have a delay. But hey, how's it going, Black? I hope you enjoyed your milestone yesterday. So
yeah, my rival day. Yeah, man. So that was yesterday. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Kicked it with the family.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So what are we talking about?
We was talking about everything and anything. Knockout of the year. We was talking about the Wilder Fury fight. We was talking about Caleb and Canelo. We was talking about. We didn't really get into Bud and Porter yet. But
I hear that there's a lot of people.
Caleb,
I hear a lot of people have been disrespecting Bud. They've been calling it Porter Crawford.
Yeah, they've been doing that.
That's some dumb shit.
They what?
They've been calling it Porter Crawford on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. This shit ain't gonna matter. The result gonna be the same anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
What y'all think of that?
Be different when he gets slapped.
What y'all think of people saying that the first knockdown with Wilder Gator Fury? What y'all think people saying the count was slow?
Man.
Man.
That's what I said. They talk. I didn't even know there was no controversy until today.
Instances of bullshit like this are on the rise.
Shit, it's like kill some shit twice, man.
Horse shit.
It's horse shit.
He sensed it out.
Y'all made the horse shit meter go off.
Yeah,
man. With that question, I was like, what happened? So you say it was a slow count?
I'm not saying that. People saying that it was a slow count. Drew the Midget saying that. 7-8 Sports. All them dudes.
Man, these guys. All right, let me say something. All right, if it's a boxer that they don't like that loses, they got a whole gang of shit to say. All right, but as soon as they're and the fans of that particular fighter are supposed to just eat it, right? Then when their guy loses, it's always something. Exactly. Oh, Wilder got robbed in the first fight because he really knocked him out. Oh, egg weights, he was poisoned. He had a threesome the night before the fight, and then this time, and now it's a slow count. It's always something with these guys. Yeah. That's why it's hard to respect them. It is hard as hell to respect them. And you know what? It doesn't surprise me because they'll tell you that they identify with Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder showed that he is a sore fucking loser. So
Exactly.
yeah, they identify with him, and it doesn't surprise me that they still have excuses.
I heard.
Instances of bullshit like this are on the rise.
Horse shit.
I smelt it too. Hey,
What's going on, SA?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Sporting.
Good to talk to
man.
you. But yeah, like Red was saying, I mean, over these past 2 years, we've done a lot of streams on that fight in particular. And some of them, you'd say a few things, but you never expected them to go beyond what, we were saying in some of those streams. And they did just that, going with like all these crazy, excuses. And I don't know if you guys saw, but the day before the fight, like there was even like a glove, scandal again. And it's just like, at some point, you got to learn the game of boxing before you start opening your mouth.
Yeah, they was
Right
already
there.
making excuses, saying that I forget who it was, but somebody. All I saw was the title, and it said Fury's gloves look tampered. I'm like, what the fuck? Like y'all already the fight hadn't even happened yet, and y'all are building the foundation of the excuses.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
they saw it come out of the sealed package, and they're like, "Oh, this came out of a dumpster. They've been born." It's like, what? What?
Hey, if the International Man fan was here, you know what he would say? That's dumpster truck juice.
Yeah, but like what Roz Clock said, it doesn't matter, man. He got stopped. I mean, you could ask Lennox.
You look at the
He
state of
knows.
his face. There's no way. He's lucky the fight was stopped. Wait, look at the state of his face. I got you. Look at the state of his face. Look at the state of his face.
Yeah. I was like, the ear again? The same ear, bruh. Leaking.
Shit, they put a dent in this motherfucking head again. I'm like, God.
Oh, that's
damn.
my
Wait,
nigga
no, for real?
Hey, Q, what's good?
Yeah.
Another
Y'all
dent?
ain't
in the
see?
building.
Yes, I seen the dent. That he put a dent in his head
Nah,
like in the
bro.
seventh,
Come on.
like in the seventh, eighth round, bro. Go look at his face. He got
He had
the
another
same dent
dent. Tell me.
on the same side of the head in the same spot, bro.
Damn.
Damn, man.
They just fixed that dent, and it's already back.
He just left the
Damn,
dent doctor.
bro, that's crazy. Y'all ain't see that shit. That shit, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Then his ear, his mouth, he looked exactly the
Bleeding.
same. That shit looked exactly the same, bro.
Hey, Q to God. I didn't know if it was a coincidence or not, but it was crazy how it went from loaded gloves to loaded looks.
Yeah.
I was like, is this man walking? I was tripping out off that shit. I said, man, this gotta be is this a coincidence or what, man?
Hey,
I said, is this loaded Lux walking this man out? Well, he had a better walk in than Fury, I tell him that, but the result was still the same.
man.
Yeah, it ain't about the ring walk. It's not about how you walk in, it's about how you walk out. And I heard that
Fact.
Wilder looked like he was off balance and looked like he could just fall over at any second while he was walking out of that arena that night.
Yeah, it was bad, man. It was. I mean, you call it exhaustion, you call it whatever, but we just call it you got your ass whooped.
I was about to say, I call it an ass whooping. That's what I call it.
It's true, man. It was just an ass whooping.
Hey, you know what though? I bet you, just give it a couple weeks. All right, the fanboys, they're gonna start calling for a fourth fight. Watch.
They ain't gonna get it.
What
Yeah.
they gonna say
Yeah, because there ain't no
count?
rematch clause now.
Yep.
There's nothing legally binding Fury to fight him a fourth time. But I'm just saying, watch. They were these same guys who was like, watch, see, he's gonna knock him out this time. Watch. Now they're gonna be like, all right, how about a fourth time? Let's run it back a fourth time. Like, how many times this man gotta get his ass whooped before you're happy?
Yeah.
Just to satisfy you.
And at this point, like, I don't know if
Like, damn,
Deontay
y'all
Wilder
ain't satisfied?
can do it another time, man. Like, I really don't think he can. Like, it might be the end if he tries to go in for another fourth fight with him. He needs
Yeah,
to,
I mean, even when Tyson Fury went up to him, he was like on some bah humbug shit, like bah. Leave me the
That's
fuck
what I
alone.
was saying. Like,
he
he's a
took
sore
like an
loser.
extra 20 minutes to come out of the locker room too. I was like, oh my God, he's not even gonna come out.
Yeah, that's why I can't. That's why I couldn't fuck with
I
Wilder.
did
It's
kind of
like
question it.
if they gonna teach Wilder how to do anything, they need to teach his ass how to take a loss, my nigga. Like,
Facts.
Oh shit.
like I ain't gonna lie, like that's some bitch ass shit not to show up to, not to speak right after the fight. You know what I mean? He did after he lost the second time, but he didn't show up at the post presser. I don't like that shit, and I
He's a
most
bitch.
definitely didn't like that he didn't speak at either one this time. That just make him seem like more of a bitch. Like I say, I always put it like, look at Hagler, look at Hearns when he lost to Hagler. That fool still was in the post conference and all that shit.
And he
I don't
got
get
put to
broke
sleep.
hand, knocked out, all that shit. Like
Because
Wilder, he a hoe, bro. That's some sucker shit, my nigga. That's some sucker shit,
yeah,
dog.
and
Yeah.
you know what? What pisses me off about that? After he knocked out Brazil, wasn't this the same man who said it's a beautiful thing when two men could settle their differences in the ring and they could go home to their families and ain't no hard feeling, you know? But then when he's on the receiving end of the ass whooping, oh, now it's different.
Well, that goes to say that, hey, man, like Black says too, sometimes the internet is undefeated. They got receipt
Right.
of all that shit you said. Yes.
Didn't Pacquiao do an interview after he got slept, like in the ring?
Pacquiao, did he?
I
Yeah, he
don't
did.
know.
I
I think
think he
he
may
did.
have went to the
Yeah.
hospital, but he
Hey,
probably did. You know, he did. You're right.
He
I don't
did.
no,
think
low
anyone
key.
was listening because they kept hitting the replay button. They kept
He
replaying
said,
that shit.
hey, I ain't gonna lie, like that. That's why I fuck with the UFC. They keep that motherfucking cage locked till yo at talk. That means, hey, Conor McGregor been half dead, broke ankle in that motherfucker. They still put the mic in his face. Like, nah, hold on,
Leaning up against the fence and shit, dude. Like,
real
so
Right.
talk,
how
real
was that
talk.
Yeah,
ass whooping?
even McGregor after he got his ass whooped by Mayweather, and that was like really like a really bad time in his career. He still came
Hell
out to the
yeah.
post presser.
He was so composed. But hell yeah, he was.
Hey,
Beat your
nigga,
ass.
after getting that check, nigga.
Real talk. Hell,
Yeah, I
hell,
would have
even Mike
did that.
Tyson.
Hey, I'm rich, nigga. What you talking about?
Yeah, they were both they
Hey,
were both tapping each other like, thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
McGregor was like, "Yeah, I could have go another 5-6 rounds. You know, I feel fresh now." It's like, nah, no,
Knock
sir.
it off.
Yeah, he's going to that ATM. That's why. It's like, yeah, that's a money fight, man. You fighting money, that's what you getting. Shit.
Shit.
I mean, we lost Mike Don because of that shit after the second fight. That motherfucker just
Yeah,
probably
Mike
got a
Donna
yacht.
could have gave us a lot more fights, man. I
Yeah.
would love that
Madonna
shit.
was a
Man,
monster, man.
But that money
damn.
though, that money got to.
Yeah, man. That
Man, I'm
motherfucker.
mad AB ain't fighting no more. That fool had some of the best post fight shit.
Hell
He
yeah.
had book.
It was just hilarious. Him and Madonna need to come back and fight each other. Fuck it.
Oh, hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hell yeah.
Catch weight 157 or some shit.
Man.
Well, AB
Something like
is
that.
still
Nah,
fighting. AB is
AB.
still fighting. He's just fighting the court systems right now. And unfortunately, we don't get to see, any kind of interviews after that shit.
Man, free
Right.
AB, man. That somebody
Free
needs to
AB.
get AB a fight at 145, man. He need to catch weight, my nigga, 144 or something, my nigga. He said welterweight, them motherfuckers too big.
Well, I'll tell you what, he might want to stay away from Regis.
Yeah.
Well,
He already,
Regis
yeah,
said
he not trying to
140
fuck with
though.
Regis.
He said he would have took that, but he barely made that 140. Did he even make 140 in this last fight, or was it 140? They just switched it to 147 because it was supposed to be 140,
I think
and
they
he
fought
couldn't
at
make that
like,
weight, and they changed it.
cause he
I
fought
think
that
Regis, man, he don't get enough props, man. They don't hype that dude enough because he come to fight. He
hey,
give
but
it
he
his
kind of
all.
got confident off that Triller shit too, and he kind of got duped with that. So a lot of people got duped with that Triller shit. Started showing up with the sunglasses and shit. Like, man, this Triller shit cracking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
ain't it,
but
dog.
Till you waiting for that check to come and it don't
yeah,
Till
come.
that check don't clear, yeah.
but Regis game though. I ain't gonna lie. He ready to fight. He just need a motherfucker to send him that contract. And I think with Regis, he done been he got enough notoriety that nobody really want to see him fight. Nobody. They got to have
Yeah.
somewhat of a name. You know what I mean? Because he built himself to that profile. Because I don't think he signed to a promotional company. You know what I mean, on no exclusive shit. So he
Hey,
can pretty much
what y'all
fight on
think
any
about
of them.
this? Hey, what y'all think about this matchup? Because Regis is kind of an avoided dude. Devin Haney is an avoided dude. Devin Haney said in this last interview that he is actually been considering going up to 140. What if that
Yeah,
matchup happened? What y'all think about that?
I
No,
don't know,
that's too
man.
early. That's too early. That's too
Man,
early.
I
Too
love
early for
Devin,
him.
but
Hold up,
that's
hold up.
too early.
Explain that too early shit for me. I need to know.
I
Who
think
said
Devin
that?
is kind of like there's a level difference between those two.
Yeah,
Regis is better than him. Like he's stronger than him. He's not going to be like Linares. He gonna finish him.
I think we need
Damn.
to see. I think we need to see Devin with Tiafoe
Finish
before then.
him.
Yeah, I don't even. Shit, man.
I mean, he
And
get. Let's be real. Devin Haney getting heavily ducked at 35, so
yeah,
he might have to just.
But I hate. But you know what? But yeah, I get what you're saying, Black. You might be right, but at the same time, it's like, man, I hate when dudes get pushed out of divisions because nobody fights them, because that's where they belong. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I hate that shit, man. I
That happened
hate
to
I'm
that.
Sergio.
But I've seen certain fighters, man, stay there, hold their ground until somebody show up and step up and fight
exactly.
them. Like I seen Triple G do that shit.
Hmm.
He was getting dug heavily for a while until
Yeah.
Kell Brooks started piecing him up. Then they was like, you know what? Let's get in there with this guy. He ain't all that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yup.
So
Yeah.
some dudes just
I
need to just hold their ground.
You get
yeah.
caught with a 4-piece, they like, hold it. I can fight
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, and I don't really think that too early shit that shit out the window. Like Devin, he popular, and then if he really is good as motherfucker say he is,
Mm.
Regis is just that's just a step up. That's not like it's a close fight. But if he really that good, he should be able to pass that test. It's like if you was as skilled, if you got all these facets to your game, you should find a way to be Regis,
He's a
regardless if motherfuckers
champion.
think you got the power or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't believe that too early shit. Just like even now, like with Ennis
Yeah, I
and
hear you.
Virgil, like that too early shit, man. Get in there. If you
Because
built
it
up that
Yeah.
hype to your name, you
like
built up your profile in a way of what you did to your opponent. Get in there and fight
Q
because
the guy got a point because I mean, isn't that kind of what happened with Deontay Wilder when with the Klitschko thing?
When you act, yeah, when
When
you
he
at the
was
top
like the
Yeah,
level
champ. Yeah,
and you
like
want
we
he
to
were
was
say
even
now you
champ.
a
vocal
Yeah,
baby,
about it.
out of small cups. I didn't know, so I just gave you
Yeah.
a medium.
I think that
Yeah.
I did see it happen
can
though,
I get
where they just
spicy
put a
pepper?
guy in
Yeah,
too
I
early.
have
I
it in
seen it happen recently. I can't remember the kid's name, and it
Uh, uh,
sucks because I
Abel
really
Jake
like
Flores.
his.
Flores.
Flores. Yeah, he got destroyed, man.
But I've seen it happen. I seen it where guys stepped up and
But on
it was
paper,
too
wasn't he
much.
supposed to
Now,
beat that dude?
hey, I ain't gonna lie with them step up fights, bro. Y'all gotta understand, like it's match. The matchmakers put these fights together.
Mhm.
So when a matchmaker
right?
is putting together these fights, they going off your last fight too, and they expecting you to get better. If you're a prospect or a contender, when you're fighting somebody, it's somewhat of a step up. Even if people don't see that with their own eyes, they want you to work on certain things in your game. So if you go back to the last fight Berlanga was in before this one, you'll be like, damn, he needs to work on his boxing more. I'm pretty sure that's what they told Bob Arum and all they shit. That's what they was gonna work on. He got in, he didn't work on that, and that's why he got beat. If he would have added that facet to his game before you step up to the highest level, because
Mm,
they barely stepping you up. This is what you need to work on to beat. You know what I mean? To really complete your game and what you feel like you need to do in boxing. He
Mhm.
didn't do that, and that's why he got beat. He didn't add that facet to his game. I,
But
Yeah.
it's funny
Yeah.
to me because people were saying, like Devin Haney got move to this weight and fight these type of guys. It's like, how come nobody put that pressure on Tank to fight a pro Grace?
Because he got
uh,
fan. He got a legion of fanboys.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, nah. I ain't gonna say that. Shit.
it's the
There,
Mayweather protection shit.
yeah,
All
you
these
could.
fascinating fanboys of Mayweather, it's trickled down like shit, whatever. Mayweather protection.
And you got to
Yeah,
remember every time Mayweather anoints one of these guys, Spence, uh,
Exactly.
Tank, they once you get that
Jalen Love. No, I'm
anointing,
joking.
once you
Jay
get that
Leon Love. That was a
anointing,
disappointment.
once y'all get that anointing, then all of a sudden you don't got to prove nothing.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna kind of say that like the. I think kinda is with Tank. Even if people feel like he ain't fought nobody, he moving up to different weight classes though. Like so, it's like this. If Devin was to do that, he ain't even got to fight Regis. Go up to 140 and fight somebody formidable or somebody or
He said
somebody
something
that's
about asking. He said something about asking Mauricio if he fights at 140, can he keep his belt? And or can he, keep his belt without vacating or whatever? And he said something about like he trying to figure out if Mauricio gonna prove it or
Yeah, he
whatever.
said yeah. Mauricio said yes, he can.
Oh, he
Mauricio
hey,
said yeah.
he do anything. He
The
could
yes
do
man.
anything.
hey,
That
I bet
motherfucker.
y'all this. I bet y'all this. If Tank would have had that belt WBC at 135, they would have made him franchise.
Why
Probably.
not?
If he had that
I
Anybody
bet
can
you.
be
I,
franchise
I bet you
champion.
they would
Tank
have
has
made him
never fought for
franchise.
that belt, man. Tank
No,
has
I'm
never fought
saying
for the
I'm
belt.
saying if he would have had the WBC, like just off the popularity,
Mayweather would have
because
requested it. You think he would have
nah, I think
petitioned
that
for it
they would have asked him. Yeah, they would have asked him, did you want to do that? It's like how
because
they
of the
did
value?
Canelo. Yeah, because it's value that he bring to boxing. When you gotta look at what franchise means, that
Yeah.
mean when a governing
Yo.
body or somebody
Well,
high,
Mauricio definitely would try to promote
that
that
they put
shit.
Mauricio
you in that
drooling
position,
for
bro.
Tank to be a franchise fanny pack champion.
Okay.
Drooling.
Hey, Q to God, when you
Yeah,
said
yeah, man.
somebody give AB a fight at 145 pounds, like what came to mind is he need to hit up Mauricio. Mauricio Suleiman will be more than happy to collect some fees and create a belt for 145 pounds.
Sadly, in today's
And 30
world of
pesos.
boxing, Ryan and Tio, they'll both say that he left to duck him, and then he'll
When
have
he
that
leave the
whole
division.
issue going. Yeah,
Yeah, he left the division. So told you guys he didn't want to do nothing. That type of
Hmm.
shit. So hey man, still no word yet on this on the date as far as for Tio and
Yeah,
Cambosis.
no date yet.
So he
Pillar
Shit,
to the
hey man.
boss.
shit, they need to be
And
building
they
up that
still
hype for
gotta
that
pay, don't
Shakira and
they?
Jamel.
They gotta go give a couple mil away, right?
Yeah, they gotta give some money. They gotta give them $1 million because they put a lot of money, like 3-something million.
Damn, man.
Who got to get money?
The don't
Triller.
gotta pay those dudes. Triller, Teofimo, and
Somebody said they may not get it till later on because of the court. They gonna take it to court or some shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
They getting paid not to fight.
yeah.
But
yeah.
the
They
thing
should
about
have
it,
just
what
saved their money and
They
for
wouldn't need
3 million
a
and
fight.
put up a Super Bowl commercial or something.
Right.
'Cause that's all they
Halftime
did at
special.
this point is
yeah,
just promote.
on my
There's no
side,
fight
yeah.
happening.
They didn't even promote. The shit that was happening on the Twitter was the thing that was promoting it. The news that how the fight wasn't happening because of this and that. That was the promotion. They didn't really promote this fight.
Hmm.
Right.
Stupid.
The fighters was doing it. They were doing Cambosis and Tio were promoting the shit.
I don't
See,
know
that's
how
what
they lost $10 million promoting. They didn't do shit.
yeah, exactly. They ain't do
I
nothing,
mean, they
man.
kept paying for certain slots and at certain events,
Yep.
stadiums and
Yeah,
shit, and then kept
Yeah,
yeah,
they ran out of
canceling
money putting
yeah.
on.
You
stupid
gotta
ass
Yeah,
pay
shit.
for them
man.
deposits. You know,
That
ain't
open
nothing
Deposits,
like
bar
man.
shit,
no
it got
Miami or no
expensive.
New York.
Everybody was drinking from that open bar. They like, yeah, go ahead, you could drink. Here, smoke. Do this.
Hmm
Yeah. These
So
motherfuckers
real
was
quick,
blowing
It
money.
sounded like Klitschko when he
so
was
hold
telling
on.
Shannon the candidate.
The
Go
New
ahead.
York thing, the New York date and all that, that's gone now.
Yeah, because they're not with Triller.
Finish. Yeah, it's done, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, DAZN picked it up, or
Yeah,
they're the
they
next one
canceled.
that
You know,
can.
they
Yeah.
canceled the whole event, right?
Because they defaulted. The IBS said they defaulted because they changed the date without George's permission. Because you're supposed to sign, both fighters supposed to sign. Once Tio signed, they changed the date without George signing it.
And actually,
Damn.
Cambosos was willing to work with him. He said, "Just give me 400 more thousand,
Yeah,
motherfucker."
they said no.
He said,
Oh
"Nope."
yeah.
He's like, "All right, well, no fight then, punk ass. I'm out of
Yes,
here."
sir.
Damn.
Y'all
Because
can't
you,
keep me down at y'all can't keep me down at this little ass weight for fucking 6, 7, 8 months, my nigga. I'm gonna die.
Torturing, torturing
And,
this dude, man.
and what's crazy is
He in a
that
hotel just torturing
Tio
himself.
tried to sell this fight to us, saying, "Oh, this is a big fight. If it went down in Australia, it would
be a
be a
big fight.
mega event." Then they try to make the fight in Australia. Nah, I don't want to go to
Well,
Australia.
Dude
I'll
was
I
a
ain't gonna
Then
mark,
I'll
bro.
tell you why. I'll
Mark
tell you
ass
why.
dude, man.
I
No,
ain't gonna I, I ain't gonna lie. That's why when it comes to the business of boxing, I ain't going against Bob Arum. That
Hey,
But
motherfucker
that,
was
yeah, Bob is crazy, dog.
when y'all talk about promotion, what y'all think about Richard Schaefer and Probelium?
I think that's a terrible thing. I think that's only
Yeah.
going to cause more division in boxing. We don't need any more, and we don't need any more of these guys, any more promotion.
Amen. I
Yeah.
agree.
Ain't Badu Jack started his own shit now too?
He with them too. He with Pro Billum.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. He was promoting. Okay, on the
No,
channel. I'm like,
Nito
what the
Daenerys
fuck is
just
this?
signed. I'm like, damn.
Well, so who they in bed with? They in bed with like PBC, the Zone,
Richard,
or they just
everyone, but that's the thing.
yeah. So
Schaefer works
okay,
with anybody.
Schaefer
yeah. So
was he
that's
was
not
doing
a
his
bad
thing
thing
with
for
Golden
boxing
Boy.
though. That's
Mhm.
not a bad thing for boxing then. So if one of his fighters
Nah, he
get
was
a
doing his
belt,
thing in the
they
back in the
willing to go
day.
anywhere.
Because I know he got a decent relationship with the Zone, Top
Oh,
Rank, and PBC.
hey, I don't
Yeah,
know what.
yeah, that's true.
Hey, I don't know if y'all seen Barbershop Conversation. He had an interview with Bob Arum,
Yep.
and Bob Arum had said that it'll be good for Terrence Crawford to be a free agent. They'll be able to do better business because
Hmm.
he was saying like back in the day, like with Muhammad Ali, the Frazier's, Hearns and all them, that they always had 1 and 2 fight deals. That he was like the long term contract is fairly new. He said to keep the relationship better with the promoters and the fighters, it'd be better for Terrence Crawford to be a free agent and get it, at 1 fight, 2 fights at a time type shit.
Yeah.
So I, I think I
Mm.
think Bud he might be a free agent, but Bob's still gonna be willing to pay for a lot of his fights,
Hmm.
pay per view, pretty much though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you see, Bob's the one that picked it up for him, and that's gonna continue to happen throughout his career. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he was like they own 100% of that Porter Crawford.
Hmm. Yeah, but on the Australia shit, I've been looking into that stuff. That they have strict COVID rules over there, and then that's why Tony Harrison didn't want to go over there to fight Tim Tszyu because
He would have lost too.
yeah, he would have lost too. But they have very strict COVID rules, and over there, I'm like, damn. Like they once you get in there, they gotta be quarantined for like I think like 2.5
2
weeks.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and you
I
gotta stay
mean,
in a hotel.
I feel him, but I ain't gonna lie. If Tim Tszyu, like the whole Australia on this back, so I'm pretty sure if you got that bag, I'll sit in the hotel for 2 weeks. I don't give a fuck.
But George Cambosa Jr.
That was
I
a
don't
good
think
opportunity for Tony Harrison. He just passed it up, man.
Yeah, I ain't
He
gonna
wasn't
lie.
ready or something.
Yeah, Al Heyman don't want to send your ass over there to get your ass beat to come back. At least over here we gonna let you get a tie
He
for
don't he
Charlo.
don't believe in the skill set of Tony Harrison to possibly pull off an upset and put himself in
Facts.
a position at the #1 spot to face Castano, another PBC fighter. That'll be 2 PBC fighters
Yeah.
with all the belts.
Hey, that's exactly what it is,
Jamel,
UGC.
you gotta do like chess, man. You gotta move your pieces. You gotta send
Yeah.
them somewhere.
But what's
Yeah.
happening to these 154 guys, man? They really been losing lately. It's like they different now. Like they
That
not the
that
same,
J
right?
Rock, yeah, J
They
Rock
not,
got
that, that
smashed
was
on.
they was overhyped, but like I said, I think this what they gonna try to do. I think they gonna try to push for Charlo and Castano to fight for undisputed, and hopefully Charlo wins. Soon as Charlo win, he gonna drop his belts to go to 160. Big Charlo gonna go to 68. With hopes to fight Canelo. They gonna move Earl ass up to 154 to get a belt immediately. That man is not coming back down to 147. And they gonna position him to get a belt and force Bud to bring his ass up there after Bud do what he do at
Well,
147.
if Jamel move up to
So
160, then Andre might get a fight.
it's maybe not.
Maybe not. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping keeping a
I think I
positive
think
outlook on the
He's
situation.
keeping the
I,
glass half
What
full.
was the
I feel
question?
I
One, two,
feel
kid.
I feel like they're gonna do all that for Earl, not for the betterment of they gonna do it because y'all careers gotta move, but they doing it to benefit Earl.
Yeah,
Because
but
Earl,
Earl,
he
Earl's
gonna
their
be
cash
out.
cow. As
Yeah,
soon as you beat
I was
Kell
saying,
Brook,
Black, that if Jamel move up to 160, then we might get a fight with you know, with this man right here. Because I don't
Demetrius.
think Jamel gonna duck him.
Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, Jamal not gonna fight him, so maybe Jamel got, that twin right there act like he got more heart anyway than Jamal. So yeah, maybe Jamel will step up and fight him. Yep. If they
He's
take the
the only
belt,
lion and lions only.
hand the belt down to Jamel. Hand me down belt, since y'all like to hand down belts anyway with the WBC. Hand the belt down to Jamel and then have him unified with Demetrius. That was
Yeah.
a fight was supposed to happen anyway. Fuck it.
I might
Be a
have
twin
Demetrius on.
swap. Just to get a belt to your twin. Fuck it. Ain't no harm in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I
But
was
yeah, we'll see.
Errol is their guy. He's their guy that they get behind. Because as soon as he beat Kell Brook, didn't he did they immediately start putting him on pay-per-views or something?
No, they didn't immediately start.
Oh,
They started putting
No,
him in like the bigger arenas after that. But he didn't do a pay-per-view until he fought Mikey Garcia. But after he beat Kell Brook, he fought Ocampo, and I'm pretty sure he fought like at least one other person before he fought Mikey.
Lamont.
Yeah, Lamont Peterson.
okay.
And that wasn't pay-per-view either.
And that's a fact, actual facts. Another fact. I mean, as long as the WBC is doing some horse shit that promotes a fighter that they like, then it's all good.
It's all about lining them pockets. That they need to try to find. They need to try to find them a franchise in every weight class.
No, they're gonna try to.
You know what I mean? And it's all about the most popular fighter at the moment with the belt. If somebody got the
Make the
WBC
biggest
and they ain't really
fights.
popular like that, you can't get franchised.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
franchise when you on pay per view. You franchise when millions of motherfuckers watching your shit on cable, 3+ million. You're not, if you know what I mean, just casual.
Right.
Nah, that ain't franchise worthy. You
But that's
can't
what I
put
mean.
you
I
can't
think
give you
that
that
that,
title.
that that whole franchise thing was meant for guys who do that and guys
Yeah,
that
bring
don't
in
have to be in
revenue.
boxing. You know what I mean? So like if I I felt like franchise wouldn't have been a bad title for a Manny Pacquiao or a
Exactly.
Floyd Mayweather
Yeah,
if he came
exactly.
Yep.
back. That would make
Facts.
sense.
Facts. But you
That's what
gotta
a
have a
franchise
belt.
should be. Yeah.
But you gotta have a belt. Pacquiao had the WBA. And that's
Exactly.
why I said, like, if Tank would have had the WBC or some shit, you know what I mean? Instead of Loma, but Loma, he was hype. He had money coming behind him. He get millions of views when he on regular cable. So that's like franchise worthy. They know he bringing in money, popularity, and certain things
Right.
in
That's why
Which
the
boxing.
WBC need to be in their own league, man. Fucking
that's why I was
Yeah, that'd
I
be
didn't
nice though. I
understand
ain't gonna lie.
why Floyd don't go the WBC route with Tank like on
yeah.
Because
that shit. Cause go ahead.
the WBA allows them to do all types of stuff. They can go up and fight different WBA champions and stuff
You
like
could
that.
do that with the franchise though,
Yeah, but he's gonna have
with
to
the
fight.
WBC.
But the WBC, the champion, most of the time the guys are gonna be mainly. Let me say this: the guys who have the WBA belts most of the time are the PBC fighters. So that's a good thing. He can go up and go down and fight PBC fighters. Like now he's about to fight Rolly. The other guy had it was Mario. The other guy had it was what's his name, Leo. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it allows him to keep it on the PBC side. If you start going
Yeah.
outside of the WBA, because a lot of people that don't have that have the WBC are not with the PBC.
Yeah, could you imagine
Yeah.
like a franchise player in the NFL saying, "You know what? No, I'm just going to sit out the rest of the year."
Yeah,
That's unheard of, man. Like they've got a
exactly,
different
man.
definition of franchise than me.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Like I'm not gonna
Or a
fight the
franchise
champion.
player could be like, say you mentioned NFL, like Deion Sanders, right? Like fuck
Yeah.
it, look, I'm my third game. Look, man, y'all niggas suck. I'm going to motherfucking San Francisco. Y'all motherfuckers wasting my time. And they'd be like, he got that franchise that he can go wherever he want to go.
Yeah,
You know what I
like
mean?
you know what? I'm gonna go play this college team.
I'm about to go coach college football, man. Y'all bullshit.
Because
I'm about to
they're
go
hot
to
right
arena
now.
football.
I'm gonna bounce out this professional shit and go play this college squad. You know what I mean? Because it's they're a hot commodity right now.
Hey, look, they're doing a sequel to Any Given Sunday, and I'm gonna be in that movie. That's gonna fulfill the rest of my career right there. The rest of my contract.
Oh man,
Right.
it's awful, man. When I get on that WBC shit, I just get ugh.
Yeah, as soon as
I
they
mean,
get it, they pull a Ricky Williams.
I ain't gonna
Hey,
lie.
did
I
they?
ain't
What?
really. I feel like they be doing weird shit, but I ain't gonna lie. Like I feel like sometimes it just is what it is. They not like hella. Like a lot of people think they feel like the WBC hella biased, but if the judges say your ass lost and you get that belt whipped off for you, bro, Mauricio Suleiman fucking with whoever won, bro. He
Yeah.
don't give a damn, bro.
Yeah, he got a
Like.
shirt for everybody that's in there. Waiting for your ass. You better believe
Shit,
that shit.
on my mama. That's why I be like, he really don't care, cause on me, the moment Deontay Wilder got that bitch beat off his waist, nigga, he riding with Fury. I don't give a damn. Get his ass a WBC suit, my nigga. What you mean? Like,
He
he don't
did have a
care, bro.
motherfucking
Yeah, he
suit.
went over. He went over the Deontay and was like, "Don't worry, you'll be a Bridgerweight champion in no time."
You
And then
took.
went slid right over to Fury like, "You are a true champion."
Real talk, like, fuck with you
A
tough, my
sanction and
nigga.
fee heaven.
He gave T.O. and Devin Haney the same speech. You are the true WBC champion.
You
Like,
are the
motherfucker,
true
what is the real one though?
WBC champion. Well,
You know,
we
it
are
was
both kind
nice
of
though.
champions.
It
Hey,
was
and
nice, like
Suleiman,
not having the sanctioning body all up in the ring and at the presser afterwards. You know, clogging up the
All them
mic.
videos.
hey, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
Suleiman
yo,
like both of them. Suleiman like Tio and Devin on me, but you
and
can
that's
tell
that.
like he like Tio though. Tio, he real impressionable on certain people.
That's that
He
Friday
he
shit
flatter
when
you.
dude was like, the bike is like both ours. Like,
I
that's
felt both of
Mauricio
He
Suleiman.
said
That's the
it's
best
like
one.
both ours.
Hell yeah.
That's
Devin
what
Yeah,
Haney.
Mauricio be
man.
on, man. He's like, we are
Y'all
both
stupid, bro.
champions.
You are
Everybody
both.
is a champion here.
That
I'm
nigga
like,
said
man.
it's like both of ours. You stupid.
And he's a slick talking motherfucker too. No, they didn't kill
Right, right.
anybody. I'm like, what? What?
um, hey, you can't slick talk a can of oil, boy. On me,
Yeah,
that boy.
Bruh. That boy slicker than the preacher, man. It is,
Real
bro. He
talk.
said, bro.
Hey, and you know Bill Haney, he talks slick than a motherfucker. Him and Suleiman, they straight. Oh me, he don't give a fuck about that shit. Everybody else be arguing with Tio and Devin. Bill, he straight with it. He don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He good. And that's a
Yeah,
smooth
man.
talking ass nigga. You ain't fucking with Bill and no smooth talking. Most definitely not Suleiman.
Mauricio know how to hurdle your questions, though. He
Yeah,
good at it. I'm
yeah.
man.
like, damn.
Bob don't.
Slick
He's
ass.
like, get out of here, you
Who
pussy.
was it that?
Bob,
Who was it
Hey,
that?
hey, hey, Bob, hey,
He
Bob
come
just
out
keep it
swinging.
100 with you, bro.
Bob put a
Bob
brick
just the
wall up
old dude. He
immediately.
just.
Hey, but who was it that pissed off Mauricio Suleiman? Was it Nestor or who was it? He was like, he got
What on
pissed off
Boxing
at him.
Voice?
Yeah,
That reporter, right? What's his name?
yeah. He always talking about it. Like,
Coppinger? Was it Coppinger?
Mike Coppertree. That was where Bob around.
Oh, but yeah, Mike Coppinger, he low key, man.
Have you seen the one with boxing conversations with Reggie?
Yeah,
Have you seen
no.
his interview with him? It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit.
That shit
Man,
was so
Oh, with
funny.
Bob?
No, with
man,
Mauricio.
yeah. Them fools like I ain't
I
gonna
know I
lie, them fools
seen
be having
one,
that kind.
man. I
I
can't
fuck with
remember the
I
Reggie
guy,
think
too.
but
that must have been the one I was thinking of. I know
he
it was one
was.
where Mauricio got pissed off and
Yeah, I think that's the
he
one I'm talking about.
yeah.
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
and
When that
Black seen it
franchise shit
too.
came
That
about,
shit
that was
was.
making Suleiman sweat.
That dude was hitting him with questions, and this motherfucker was like, you could see him cringing, like he couldn't weasel his way out of the answers. He was like, you motherfucker, you could see it. He was like, he was like, you
He didn't
son
put
of a
enough
Hey,
oil
bitch.
on to
hey,
slither his way out of that question.
Yeah, he
yeah,
put some
I ain't
fucking
gonna lie, but
acetone on that
Suleiman,
motherfucker. Changed up the whole game on him. He was like, this motherfucker got a question for everything. Like, damn,
hey,
I
Right.
can't
hey,
keep
hey,
come up
We
with
want
a
to see
speech.
Errol Spence and Crawford. Like, man, we didn't even ask you about that fight. Be switching shit up.
Yeah, he was probably throwing hand signals at people like, ice this dude, get this motherfucker out of here, clip this motherfucker when he leaves. Like, we gotta make an example out of this guy. No shit. Like that was the hardest fucking interview I ever seen him in, and I ain't heard from dude since.
Well,
I ain't
Hey,
heard
but
from
Mauricio,
him
speaking of that
since. Yeah,
WBC, did they reschedule Chocolatito and what's that guy name?
Estrada.
Opponent?
Estrada.
Yeah.
Yeah, did they
I,
give us a new date for that?
I don't know. I haven't. I gotta check it.
Because I know one of them called COVID and they had to reschedule the
Yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah. 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 They haven't. Rescheduled it yet. Chocolatito got COVID, so they have to cancel it.
All the goddamn big fights got to be a COVID first, and then they reschedule shit. I was just wondering if they're going to get that one in before the year up.
Hey man,
That'll be
if these
another good
guys
one.
catch COVID, that's
Damn.
one thing. But if you see them on a yacht and traveling and shit, smiling like with pina
Vacationing.
coladas, man, come on, man.
Damn, I'm over here
Right.
talking to y'all. I done locked my goddamn key in the car. I have to stick my arm through the window to unlock that shit. I'm sweating like
Hood shit.
Clothes hanger promotions.
I'm glad I cracked my shit just a little bit, nigga. I locked my bag in the car. Wow.
Goodness,
Oh
man.
my
Shit.
goodness.
He's been locked out on 1-2 Kid live stream. That'd have been a problem.
Man, on the live.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, remember when Charles D used to almost get into scraps while he was on the line? We be talking
Hey,
boxing,
kid.
all of a sudden you hear him say, "What the fuck you say to me?"
What you looking at, nigga? I'm like, what? Oh, shit, Charles. Hold up.
Man, hey, that fool CJ on Goodfellas, he used to have that clip of that dude checking blue blood. Like, you looking at my girl? You looking at my girl?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Free Charles D, man. That motherfucker's like, damn, boom, that's a big bitch. And
Nah, but hey, him and Rocket Strike on together, that's the best shit ever, man.
Oh
Them two
yeah.
together. That's
Hey,
dope.
but I gotta say, it was pretty entertaining to see Rocket Strike go back and forth with Jamal Wright.
Jamal
oh
That
Wright.
thing.
Yeah, when they got into it.
Linus listening to that
Yeah.
shit. I was dying, man. I had that shit on a
Oh, fuck
loudspeaker.
your
Like,
country
yo,
ass.
that shit had me dying, man.
Damn, y'all need. I hope somebody got that screen recorder. Upload that shit on the page.
Oh man, it's on one of Black's lives, man. Oh,
Yeah.
that shit was hilarious. I was crying in the car, man.
Yeah. Because what it was
That was
is
kind
that
of recent.
he say he
Rocket
gonna
said
cry
that
in the
he liked
car.
Jake Paul, and then
Mm-hmm.
Jamal Wright's like, "Oh, why you like Jake Paul?"
What you looking
And,
for?
and I
What
don't
you
know
like him
what
for?
about that pissed off Rocket, but Rocket got real irritated with him. He's like, "Man, shut your country ass."
I ain't gonna lie, motherfuckers do not like you saying shit good about Jake Paul. I don't give a fuck if he
I
do
don't know
something
what it
good.
is, man.
They
He was
like
like,
on me. He just signed Emmanuel Serrano and some more shit. I kind of like that. Motherfuckers
Yeah.
ain't liking that shit though. Like fuck that.
you said, what about Amanda Serrano?
He signed it.
Jake Paul signed her.
Yeah.
Oh, he signed her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So after that one
I saw
fight, that was
some of
enough for him to be like, yeah, I heard they had a little chemistry
yeah.
in camp and shit or something.
Hell yeah. I mean, she deserved that money, man. You know she gonna be getting paid big money to be on them undercards, and she deserved that.
Man, but fuck that, man.
You know.
Serrano need to
I
get in
mean,
there and work with somebody, bruh. Like
I
in that
Man,
mean,
ring.
hopefully that means she probably could headline some Showtime cards.
Hopefully, man.
We'll
I
see
just
what
because she
happens.
talented, I just need to see her get in the ring and mix it up with somebody.
Yeah.
y'all see
Serious.
this? Y'all see this comment, man?
78 TV just said they're going to create an LBC belt and send it to Wilder. Damn.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah,
I don't know
y'all.
if
Man,
he's trolling or not, but I mean, good for him. Shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
Good.
That shit
He
cool.
can't
But
win
that
the
man,
WBC belt, so he might as well win somebody else's
man,
belt. Shit.
them niggas
Fuck
better
it.
stop double fisting Wilder, my nigga. You see that man? That man got a fine ass wife and Malik Scott. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, he good, man.
These
You
niggas
know
double
what
fisting the fuck out this man.
you know what it is? They're gonna expect him to like fight somebody, and then when the fight's over, if he wins, they expect him to go over there, grab his LDBC belt, put it over his shoulder. That's what they're gonna expect. But what they don't realize is nobody
Trophy
gives
room.
a shit about any of that. Like,
Deontay
come
Wilder
on.
gonna put that bitch in this trophy room and that bitch will never see a motherfucking boxing ring. Then he ain't gonna
No.
raise that bitch over his head after no victory. Get that shit out of
See,
here, my nigga.
at least IOTBA got to walk down to the ring with fucking Errol Spence Jr. That belt ain't going nowhere near a boxing ring.
Yeah, Wilder cool. That fool probably got 2-3 WBC belts anyway, my nigga. He good. Yeah.
Damn.
Who got 2
man.
WBC belts?
Yeah, you know, Mauricio Superman probably made him a backup. You know, he had the entitled defense with him.
He said a
I'm pretty
backup
sure.
belt, just in
Yeah, I'm
case
pretty.
belt.
Yeah, cause you know they after they win, they got to give the belt back, and then they just make
Yep.
their own and send it to him again.
Yeah.
So, you know that.
So what it is that, you know, because Wilder lost Sophia, they Suleiman gave him Monica,
You
Sophia's
feel
little
me?
sister.
Maybe Waddle will go back fighting YouTubers like he started out. Well, not started out, but you know, he caught a lot of views. They said that's one of his most viewed videos is the one against Zelenoff or some shit.
Oh,
It might be a rumor, but I'm just saying. They said
That
that dude
shit
got a lot of hits
crazy.
for that.
You gonna make me go fact check, man.
Yo, maybe Zelenoff is the first one to come up with that shit. He was like, I won that fight. I hit him in the body. I landed a body shot. I won that fight. That dude trolling, man. Serious. He be out here beating up trolls with two left-handed gloves.
Shit.
No
Yeah,
cap.
I ain't gonna lie. Wilder probably would have been a little bit better in the octagon, but he can't take no loss though. In the octagon, your ass got to learn how to take a loss.
Nah, man. He
Cause he
definitely
don't got
can't
the
skip leg day
discipline.
in the octagon, man.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though.
Octagon.
I ain't gonna lie. The octagon, they don't really have to train like that. They don't really got to train hard like that. By
If
boxing, the
someone
training,
shoots on
the
him,
training way more strenuous.
if
I
someone
mean, if
shoots
you
on
want to
his
look at that,
gazelle
I
legs,
doubt
man,
that's
that'll be
true, bro.
it.
I'm sure they got to train, dog. Somebody got to train to get in
I'm
there.
sorry.
Shit, he getting checked at the fast food place.
No, I don't know.
What are you gonna do if someone go up under him?
You better train. You think Clarissa Shields not training for her next MMA bout? Yeah,
He
right.
got her ass off.
Man,
You
I
better.
ain't gonna lie. You ain't never seen a more sharper puncher in the octagon than Clarissa. Her shit, dumbass sharp. But you know
She
that
had a
ain't gonna
nasty
win
cut
that
when
shit.
she
But
was
she
on that Tyson. That Mike Tyson hot boxing. She
She
had
had a cut?
stitches and everything. Yeah, you ain't see it under her
Oh,
hair. Yeah, she had a.
I
It looked
missed
like a
that
deep cut.
because I didn't get to watch the whole thing yet.
Yeah, she had
I
a
ain't see it.
nasty. Yeah, she had stitches, man. I was like, oh shit. She was trying to
Uh,
cover that shit with her bangs. I'm like, yo, that's stitches.
Hey, she better hope she
uh,
don't lose before she come back to the boxing ring because she got that
She
one
was
last fight.
going in on Savannah.
She was going in, so she don't want to have them memes, previous for the Savannah Marshall fight. Cause man, like you say, them is undefeated, so I fuck her head
Yeah,
up going into that Marshall fight.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I still don't think you still don't see like Clarissa losing focus. Like she still work like she still haven't got what she really deserves. So that's why I don't really have a lot of doubts when it comes to her.
I like
Even in
Clarissa. She's a
I
competitor.
worry about her more being in the octagon, but shit, she a warrior, bro, and she
You a
really put in
warrior?
that work, and she still, I mean, and she still constantly, somebody that work hard, you know, and shit. So I don't really feel
Hey,
like she gonna
it's
take
kind of
that
off
L.
subject a little bit, but it was some dude. I ain't gonna say his name or nothing like that, but it was just like he was going out. He was viciously attacking Clarissa Shields just because, as a competitor, she said that what she would do to Savannah Marshall. He calling her a bitch and you're a disgusting bitch, this, that, and the third. I'm like, damn. So just because a chick is showing their competitive spirit and showing confidence, she got to be some worthless. So I don't know. It seems like when somebody show that type of confidence and been winning at the top level, they can't speak up or they get, what I'm saying, down talk. You should
Yeah,
be crazy.
I think a lot of dudes, and it's usually motherfuckers that dudes that don't fight. They don't have the respect for the women that do the same thing. Like they don't have the respect for women the same as they have respect for the
Yeah, I
man
think it's like that.
in,
Like
in
they got
boxing.
such a
Like
disrespect for females talking like that. that when they see Clarissa doing it, they just like, nah, man, I don't like the way she talk. Fucking 2 gold medals and undisputed and all that, man. She's
2
a bitch.
undisputed.
I'm like, damn, y'all need to chill out, bro.
Who
Shit, that's
this?
just her personality.
Hold on, y'all. Who this? Mr. Fury. I'm about to remove your ass in 3, 2, peace. All right.
You had a chance, shit.
Goodbye, Yadasa.
We'll dump you off in the alley.
Yeah,
Go out of here, mate.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if Wilder return, man, hey, him and AJ. Because, I mean, a lot of people feel AJ going to lose his rematch. So,
yo, I would love to see it, man. I would love to see that fight.
AJ versus Wilder for undisputed.
Yeah.
Or what could have been matchup?
Yeah.
You know, of course, Mauricio can make a belt. Do what you do. But you know he is. He gonna try to get some kind of
buddy of those guys because AJ. He said it depends on where it's at. You know, it don't matter where it's at. If it's in U.S. or in the UK, it's gonna sell.
I don't believe so, Anders. I don't believe that she fought Heather Hardy.
No, Heather Hardy too small. I think she like a featherweight or super featherweight.
Yeah.
Hey, what was the name of that chick? I don't know if it was Hardy or something, but recently she tried to go into MMA and got blazed. Like bad. She was a boxer, man. I think she used to be. Was that her?
That was me, your daughter. It was red. I mean, no, it wasn't red. It was actual facts.
Oh, that was actual.
It was actual. Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
can hop back on actual.
She I do know that Heather Hardy, she did get her ass whooped, but that wasn't her first fight at MMA.
Oh, okay.
She's had a couple fights at MMA, but I believe her last fight she got beat up pretty badly. There's like a picture of her with like blood all over her face and shit.
Yeah, nose was leaking. Like, damn. One punch broke that fucking nose.
Yeah,
she's funny as hell
chicks
though.
at the weigh-in, and then when they be getting into the fight, you like, damn, she got chunky.
Wait, who did?
It's like they be putting on some crazy water weight, man. Some of the
Wait, who
women.
got chunky?
A couple of them girls, when you see them, man, you like, you know what I mean? Like you'll see them at the weigh-in, they look all right. And then when they come in to fight, you like, what?
Well, the one that one chick, what's
like
her
what
name?
the
Shannon Courtney.
Yeah.
She came in overweight and she said it was because she's on her period.
I heard that's true. That something like that can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of female boxers, they're saying she's full of shit. They're saying that when they train and all that,
and blood, shit and blood.
But they say that they were saying that, you know, women, they kind of know their cycle and they prepare for stuff like that. They were saying they was giving her a heart, like there wasn't no female boxers giving her a pass for it.
Damn.
How are we, fellas?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Fucking what a good week of events, eh?
Yeah.
We're gifted with some. We're gifted. I'll tell you that right now. Credit to Deontay Wilder. That's he's definitely a warrior. Didn't give up, and he stuck by what he wanted to do, and that's go out on his gum shield. So credit to him. He just lost to the better fighter, in my opinion. And
He meant the gum shield. I thought he meant something else metaphorically. So he meant go out on my gum shield, face down, gum shield out. All right.
Yeah, so it makes for a very interesting up and coming fights in the heavyweight division because there's so much action going on across the heavyweight division. And I just, from what I can see at the moment, I can't see anybody beating Tyson Fury. I don't think. I think he's probably unbeatable.
Unbeatable today, baby. It may be true. It may be true, but we'll see. I think it's a bit of a toss-up. We don't know. So until they get in there and they feel each other's shots, you know what I mean? These are big guys, man. A lot of these guys are big, other than Usyk, but you got to move with Usyk. You better have some sort of, better work on your stamina because you got to catch that little motherfucker.
No, definitely.
Frankenberry
And
will light your ass up.
I think with Usyk, I think he don't get me wrong, he made a fool out of Anthony Joshua, but Anthony Joshua is nothing special in my opinion. So I think he's really holding up the heavyweight division at the moment when he slips on banana peels, but he keeps slipping up and he keeps fucking everything up. But I think the thing with Tyson is the way he come in for the Wilder 3 fight, I don't know if anyone agrees, but he came in looking for the knockout. He came in heavy. He didn't train much for it, I don't think, because his daughter almost died in hospital. He was in England, then he was in Vegas. He was in England and Vegas like twice. So he was kind of all up in the air with his training schedule. So he didn't come in as fit as what he probably would have liked to. But we know if we get a fit Tyson Fury that's ready to go and not as heavy, he's a mover and he can box.
Yeah, good points. You know, this is a little bit off subject, but I didn't know that Corey Sanders passed away.
Corey
I
Sanders.
had no idea. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the South African dude, he got shot.
Yeah, he got shot back for I think it's attempted robbery, right?
Yeah, and I guess he jumped in front of his kid and took 2 shots. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that Corey
Damn.
Sanders had passed. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
You know what I think about AJ?
Corey Sanders.
Yeah, the dude who knocked out Klitschko.
Yeah. I think AJ. I think AJ's like similar to Frank Bruno, a mixture of Frank Vladimir Klitschko, because they got stopped by some guys similar. Like Corey wasn't he was a good fighter, but he wasn't like that known. Just like AJ stopped by Ruiz. Ruiz is a good fighter, but he wasn't like that known.
Yeah, he
You
was quick,
outside?
though. He hit hard too.
I think it's that styles make fight shit, man.
Yeah.
Like just like a lot of high volume and fast hands, AJ not gonna do good with. Really, at the end of the day, I don't think like with Usyk, I think he'll give all of them problems because he gonna move. Like Tyson Fury, like
I think
people
so
like
too.
how Tyson Fury move, but Tyson Fury still pulls straight back. He ain't crazy with the lateral. He all right. He all right. You know, he all right with the lateral movement, but Usyk way better. You know, and then with the hand speed of him, knowing he not gonna be going in there trying to brawl with you and shit. He going in there to box and systematically do his thing. So I believe that's really trouble for any
You
of
know
them.
what? You know what though? Tyson Fury do got some long ass arms. He could just reach out and grab him like, "Come here, you dosa. Let me lean on you."
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be that
But
easy
that
to grab him
inside
though.
fighting, Usyk got that inside fighting
Yeah,
too.
I don't think it's gonna be that easy to just
Short punches.
grab him up.
It's true, man. It makes for an intriguing fight.
Go
Despite
go
what
and watch.
Roy Jones said, you know.
I think we're
Undisputed.
probably overlooking it too much. I think what we're doing is we're trying to pick out reasons why Usyk's going to beat Fury, and as Tyson Fury keeps saying, stop doubting him. You know, I think we need to look at him as the best heavyweight in the world.
We doubted Usyk. A lot of people doubted Usyk. We didn't give him
That's true.
a
They
really
said
good
he was.
chance.
That's true.
I don't think we're looking for reasons that Usyk's gonna beat
We
Fury.
just
I
looking
think we're
logically.
looking at possibilities that could happen.
Yeah, it's still a
Like
good chance that he could
shouldn't.
win.
We should never just write off a guy just because we think he can't beat him. We should.
I think Usyk. I think Usyk could finish Tyson Fury. I think Usyk could throw Fury of punches to finish Tyson Fury, but I just think he's going to have to get in close because, that's what I'm saying. What Tyson Fury is going to rock up. This is the problem with Fury. He's got so many tools in his kit. He could rock up and approach a fight in so many different ways. So that's a problem for Usyk to work out.
But the one thing about boxing is, did anyone think that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, the way that they were fighting, was going to go 11?
No way.
No, right? So boxing's like that. You know,
Yeah.
did anyone think that Usyk had a good chance of stopping AJ? Some may have, but I mean, not the majority.
I mean, if I would have stepped back and kind of focused in on how we lost to AJ, I probably would have had Usyk winning, but I wasn't. I was just thinking more so of how he defeated Andy Ruiz to come back more so than how we lost. And how we lost was he was in the middle with somebody with faster hands than him, and he tried to go. And now that he trying to kind of outbox a boxer with
Yeah,
faster hands, that's what it's gonna look like.
yeah, yeah.
You know, so
He has boxing skills, but I felt that's what I felt too. I was like, that should have been a plan B, not a plan A. You know
yeah,
what I'm
Oh well,
saying?
definitely. I mean,
yep,
I can't.
facts,
I
yeah,
couldn't
Yeah,
believe.
I agree.
yeah,
I
yeah,
couldn't think. I couldn't
yeah,
believe what Anthony Joshua's AJ's corner was doing. Like you got the titles. Surely you identify in the corner. Maybe they thought they'd get a decision because they gave Anthony Joshua 5 or 6 rounds or something. I couldn't believe them with the scorecards from when I seen them. Like Usyk for me was dominating. I could say it's debatable to say Usyk won every round, but he was like counting on the scorecards, as that in England and that sort of thing. But surely in the corner you identify and you go, you need to go and save your titles. So you need to go at him and actually throw down.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to LeBron. I thought it would go 12. I don't believe in any of their power. Another hard guy to please. Another hard guy to please. Look at
Yeah.
LeBron's clock. LeBron like, yeah, fuck all that bullshit. They're both dosses.
Yeah, AJ. I thought AJ was gonna throw.
They're both feather fisted.
They're both feather fisted. That's right. I don't know about that, but the
Nah,
boys
I'm joking.
they
Yeah.
got some pop, y'all.
According to LeBron, though. He's like,
Yeah, LeBron, hard guy to please, man. You gotta be.
I just didn't.
Brick.
How does Tyson Fury get up from those right hands though? Like it literally smashed his whole body. It was a bit like the Stavern hit
He got a great hand.
like everybody's getting knocked out by Wilder, but Fury just gets up. And he gets better when he gets up. You put Fury down, and
strong guy, man.
he turns into this monster where he just comes forward and leans on you and throws his elbow up and gets you in this headlock when he goes down. But when he's up, in the first couple of rounds, you could catch Tyson Fury because he's getting into the fight. He's doing his little head rubs and all that. But once you put him down, he gets back up. You're in trouble.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie, but that was more so the style that he needed to beat Wilder. He won't be able to do that on the rest of the fighters that's out there because Wilder he more so just flat footed, and that's what he had to do to take the power away from Deontay, because if you look at it at the end of the day, he never really got out the way of Deontay's right hand. He got hit, but he diminished his energy, so the power wasn't really there. But he still was there to get hit with
Wilder's
that
power
right
wasn't that
hand, dog.
effective towards the late rounds.
Yeah.
Wilder
He was eating
diminished
them
his own
chips.
energy. Wilder diminished his own energy in the
missing.
first round where he was throwing everything into the body shots. That's what I thought. But
Man, all you gotta take all of that into account. You gotta take it all into account. It's not just one thing.
Any man born from his mother's womb is gonna go down fighting Tyson Fury,
I ain't
the
gonna lie, I
Gypsy
like
Queen.
that shit. I like that shit. But that post conference.
No man from a sack of nuts could beat me.
And I heard somebody else say
Fury is
shit
hilarious,
too,
though.
is that but you got to see how serious Fury can be, as far as like really listen to how we talk like in that post fight after that
Tyson
third
Fury's a
round.
name and fighting's a game.
Yeah, you really got to hear him, like, no bullshit. Like, he was saying like funny shit, but he was serious. You know, he wasn't playing with the shit he was saying. Like when he was talking, giving respect to the fighters older, from back other all-time greats and shit. That was Tyson Fury being serious about the sport. He wasn't just talking.
Did anyone see Tim Witherspoon come out in a few videos, like literally degrading the fight? I think that's disrespectful.
You said who?
Is it Tim Witherspoon?
No, I thought he was kind of correct a little bit. He said he
I
wanted
think
to
he's a
see
fucking
boxing.
sleazebag.
No, he said he wanted to see more boxing because he's a boxer. He said if he was a fan, he said he would have loved it, but because he was he loves boxing. He wants to see more boxing, and to be honest, they were kind of sloppy. They were a little bit sloppy.
Yeah, I believe that too, and that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm like, bro, if anybody had like a man, like a real jab, like that can stick and move, like on some, like Larry Holmes or fuck even Lennox shit, like just that stick and move jab, like man, that, I ain't gonna lie. If Wilder had that, he would have whooped Fury ass. I ain't gonna cap, but
Oh, you're dreaming.
it's like
You're
it's
literally
like no no
dreaming.
no, hold up, no, because that's boxing. Being able to move, Wilder was stayed there to be hit. If you go look at how Larry Holmes put out the jab, double jab, and moved around when he was doing it, bro, it would have been different.
And
But he
Timothy
couldn't
knows
have.
what he's
Fury got
Tim knows
more
what
of
he's
the.
talking about because he fought Larry Holmes and he put a beating on him. He almost beat him.
Real talk.
I just think you can only do. You can only. I think like he has his own opinions as a former great, former heavyweight, former champ, and all that sort of thing. But I think I don't know how many Fury fights you guys have watched over the years, but that was not the way Fury fights. I mean, if any of you have watched his fights, he's a very slick boxer on the jab. So if you think that's the way he fights, then you're going to be very shocked when he dominates Usyk, 100%.
I am very few. He has to fight me.
I am
We
here.
shall see though. Maybe he will implement his size and do and I do feel that Tyson Fury will fight him a lot smarter than AJ did. I think he'll use his advantages to the best of his ability. But I feel like Usyk is he's a dog in that fight, man. He's not coming to just lay down. He's not coming to lay down.
We
He's gonna
are
put it on
going to
the line.
see. We definitely going to see. We're going to see whether or not Usyk's going, because the thing that I take out of it is during a fight, right? This is just how I take it. AJ, I don't think has a boxing IQ to what Fury or Usyk does. No way, 0%. No, he's not out on the level of those two when it comes to boxing skills and chess match, because AJ tried to do a chess match and he lost. The thing with the way I think Fury can definitely cause a lot of problems for Usyk. Don't get me wrong, Usyk's going to cause problems for Fury because Usyk's a very slick, light on his feet boxer, and he moves around very like his ring IQ is ridiculous, like especially on his feet. Like he's always on the move. But the thing with Fury is if he's losing, he'll identify that straight away and he'll change the fight very quickly. And we've seen that over the years with the way he fights. I mean, let's go to the Steve Cunningham fight. Steve Cunningham, this is before Fury won the world title when he was developing and all that. But Steve Cunningham was like a two-time world champion at cruiserweight and all that. And Steve Cunningham was outboxing Tyson Fury, legitimately outboxing him, and then dropped Fury, and Fury got up and completely changed the style within like a minute, and then got rid of Steve Cunningham very quickly. And Cunningham's the same size as Usyk.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just think it will turn the same way because I mean you can say Usyk's, you can say Fury won't catch Usyk and won't be like you can say Fury won't catch Usyk and you say, oh yeah, he's too fast and all that, but he's 6'9" and he will get hold of Usyk if he's down on the cards. I can almost guarantee that.
I can't wait till they make that fight happen, man.
Yeah,
I cannot wait because
these titles is changing hands now. So
because Joshua's fucking it all up for everybody. Anthony Joshua is fucking it for everybody.
How is Joshua fucking anything up for anybody? He's been doing great for heavyweight. He just lost to a better man. I don't get what you're talking about.
He keeps losing.
But
he literally just keeps slipping up on banana
He's
peels.
fighting the better He's fighting the best competition. I mean, that comes with the territory.
I agree with that. I agree with you on that one, Black.
I don't see how you fucking it up.
You're actually putting it on the line instead of, these guys fighting each other 3 times when this dude's fighting Mandos and trying to make certain fights happen. So like I like the way that he was moving outside of the ring as well. That's one of my one of the things that I like about AJ is that he was trying to get Undisputed to work. Whether he win or lose or was not the best fighter out of all 3 of them or not, he was willing to put it on the line and do it. So as for Tyson Fury, the one thing, he might be better in the ring, but Come on, man. He was sitting there talking about fighting AJ, and he knew goddamn well he wouldn't fight AJ. So
No, definitely. He did.
So
I
that
think
bothered me, bro.
everybody
had
knew
no
that
interest in
fight.
fighting this Mando and Dylan White. So just two
Uh-oh,
different type
and you
champs.
talk about AJ, so here comes Lisa Bell.
Here we go. Hey, did you see
Here we
our
go.
call yesterday? Whew.
Put your guards up, kangaroo.
Oh, they're up.
Hey, how you doing, Lisa?
Hey, what's up?
What's
The
going
queen
on?
has
What's going
arrived.
on, everybody?
Champ,
Oh, I
how
reckon we've spoke before. Definitely, we've definitely spoke before.
And
I've made it.
How you doing?
How we doing? Good. And I made it clear that AJ's not on the level of Fury. That's why he keeps losing. So I've made it clear to you before.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, I think Fury's a little overrated. He's a good
You
fighter. He's a good fighter to me, but I think they overrating him by putting him there with some of the greats. He hasn't done enough. Just because he ended Vlad's reign and stopped Wilder doesn't mean that I'm not putting him up there. He still has more work to do.
I'm not putting him up there either. I didn't say I was putting him up there. Once he goes undisputed.
I didn't say you. I didn't say you, but
You said they're not on the same level, AJ and Fury, so you made it like Fury's an elite.
He's different level to AJ, definitely.
Well, people saying that AJ's. So you said he keep losing. Well, that's what happens when you try to fight the best, or that's what happens.
Challenge yourself.
Right. Fury is not all of that. He's nothing that I haven't seen before. The only difference with him is that his size. Everything that Fury do, I've seen before. So now I'm talking about like the articles that I read yesterday. Where do they put him? Like, I still think that he should fight Dylan White. He should fight AJ, like the Joe Joyces.
Yeah, I think he should fight Dillian White.
Right.
He has to. I mean, if he doesn't fight Dillian White, I'm going to be pissed off with him. I was pissed off with him when he fought Otto Wallin and a couple of tomato cans over the last year or so. But
okay, well, we're glad you got certain standards you hold him to. That's good to hear.
I'm not saying that he's a god, like he's the best thing since sliced bread. But what I'm saying is he's got a style that is problem for any of the heavyweights that's around at the moment, and he's got a run of form that is just like a moving fucking train. So it's. And I think if he doesn't fight Dillian White, then I'll be very disappointed because I hope Dillian White comes through Wallen, which won't be easy because Otto Wallen's very experienced. But he should come through Wallen, and I hope they can get the Fury White fight made very quickly before AJ goes and fights Usyk, and the winners fight each other. I think.
Right, because I'm hearing people now saying that like, because I saw what Andre Ward said yesterday. He said Fury can do anything he wants.
That was a clown. That's a clown statement. That's not true.
Andre Ward said that?
Yeah, I read the article yesterday, and I love Ward, but like I feel that it's only right to let Dylan get a shot at least.
He even said sorry about that. He even said I remember seeing what Ward said. He even said during an interview, he said Fury could ride off into the sunset. He does nothing else to prove. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, as a fan, like a hardcore fan of Fury, like for me, he still has to prove that he can beat the former unified champion in Anthony Joshua and the current unified champion in Alexander Usyk. They're the two. Usyk just come into the frame. So personally, I'd rather Fury fight AJ more than Usyk. Because if AJ changes it up, we don't know if he'll go wipe the floor with Usyk. So we don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
We're thinking Usyk will win.
But check it out though, Kangaroo Jack. Like what you said about AJ saying that he's slipping on banana peels. Like Tyson Fury was throwing banana peels in front of himself. So I mean, that was my issue with Tyson Fury. It was like, well, he might just ride out into the sunset and may not take on these big fights and just disappear, may not defend undisputed if he reaches that level. He may not do that stuff, so that doesn't really help boxing if he just takes off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. If he, I think I want him to have 3 more fights. Like I mean, maybe. Well, personally, I only think we're only going to get 3 fights out of him. But on my personal opinion, I think he won't fight again. I just have a feeling he's not going to fight again. He'll go off into his own little thing that he does.
Nah, he definitely not gonna get mentioned with the top grade standard.
Well, I'm good riddance because I wouldn't miss him.
Gotcha, you big dossers. I got you again.
He's nothing but a con. I mean, hey, the man's a great fighter.
I don't want to see him go out like this. You got some more to do, Fury. Come on now.
He got more to do, but it's he does what he wants to do. That's the thing. But it's okay for him to do it. But let somebody else try to do it.
Oh yeah.
He saved the heavyweight division, if you ask me personally.
That's not true.
So
how?
He's the most charismatic heavyweight out there.
Oh my
God! He beat Klitschko.
He trolled.
He took the belts off of Klitschko.
You call that charismatic? That corny stuff he do?
He said he saved the boxing.
Hold up. Jamal's in the building. I'm surprised we hear from you so soon.
I ain't when we ain't running. We ain't running. It's all good. It's all good.
All right, Jamal.
It's all good.
Nice. I'm glad
Hey,
to
guess
have you on
what
the
though?
panel.
But look, guess what though? We know Fury should be proud. Okay, that's all good. Okay, but then let's see AJ do it now. Let's see AJ get to it now. Let's see.
AJ got music problems, bro.
No, okay, but guess what? Usyk is not the only person in the heavyweight division.
You talking about when he lose, just get in there with Wilder?
No, when he win too, either or. It don't matter.
Okay.
He still.
Yeah, we still want to see the fight. I think everybody agree.
Right, he still can fight Wilder. Everybody still can fight each other. But we know who the
but
best
he gotta.
Who is it, Jamal? Who the best at heavyweight, Jamal?
Fury the best. Fury the best at heavyweight. Yeah, no hands down. Fury the best. He's the best. Wilder not.
He hasn't fought everybody.
Say Wilder not. Of course,
but he's undefeated. But he's the only undefeated heavyweight.
That's not true. Usyk is undefeated too. Usyk undefeated too.
He just jumped up a couple of days ago. Just got into the motel.
He's undefeated. Come on now. Don't switch up. He's undefeated too.
But right now we can.
And he's been undisputed in the last weight class.
But you can tell though, a 6'9", 280-pound WBC champion, man. Come on, man. We already know he can beat Usyk. We already know that. But we got to see it though. We got to see it.
No, we don't know that.
We got to see it. We have to see it.
But we got to see it. We got to see it.
I hope they're recording their chats. I hope they're recording their chats. They're writing Fury off again already, and so they're going to be proving.
Nobody writing them off, man.
I'm
it's
not
just you writing other people off like Usyk.
You writing other people off. Look,
I said before that
we've been optimistic about this.
I said before that Usyk could finish Fury if he comes inside, and because he's got faster hands and he's got proper boxing skills, like basic fundamentals, to throw combinations to finish Fury on the inside. But if Fury gets on him and catches him, he's in big trouble, and that's just me being honest.
Right. So let me ask you something. What if when AJ lose again? If he lose again, because you don't know, then what? Can we see him?
Wilder.
Can we see him in Wilder?
Wilder for sure, because I reckon Wilder would punch a hole through his head. So
I don't think
Wilder punch a hole through AJ head.
Yep, for sure.
I don't think Wilder
Maybe. I want to see it. I still want to see that fight.
Yeah, I still want to see it though.
Yeah, I want to see
AJ's custom made. AJ's custom made for Deontay Wilder. He's very stiff and he's robotic. He doesn't move.
And Wilder is wild and open on the inside.
Wilder's still a bad man.
Fight.
He just can't beat Fury point blank and period. He still can beat some motherfucker now.
Yeah.
He lost,
unify.
AJ's still a bad man too.
Both of
them.
AJ still can fight.
Let's keep in mind Wilder. Just keep in mind Wilder's just lost. Wilder's just lost to one of the best in the heavyweight division, and Wilder's one of the best in the heavyweight division. He's not finished. He could have beaten Fury the other night. Let's not get that wrong. He dropped Fury. He could have got on him, finished him. Anyone could have won that fight. It wasn't a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, I
He just
agree. It was
had no.
going back
He
and
just
forth.
he just had no stamina, man.
The skill, yeah, the
He was
skill
tired
set.
as fuck.
He just
He don't know
resorted
what
back to
weight.
the
He don't know what weight to fight at and
shit,
shit.
man. Wilder just a Wilder. Wilder not a one thing about Wilder. He's not a boxer. He's just a puncher. So a boxer gonna be the puncher really all the time. He just not a
Get
puncher. He's
caught.
just not a boxer.
That's
So
facts.
one
Well,
thing
that's
Wilder
not true.
just
All the
Wilder wanna
boxers.
Jamal cooking
See,
good.
Fury got some old school tactics that he used, like laying
Definitely.
on you. He
Elbows
knows
up,
what to
like
do. Yeah, he know what to
headlocking.
do. Yeah, see, he's that's the experience factor that goes in. So I get what you guys are saying. Usyk fights different from Fury, but Fury fights like a big man and he imposes his will.
If he decides to do that, he's never done that before. This is what I'm saying. He doesn't usually fight like that. It's a style that he's adapted for Deontay Wilder. Because if Fury goes to boxing Deontay Wilder, Wilder can catch him like over the 12 rounds. So he has to impose his weight and size.
Right.
like Mike Tyson. He was a puncher, but he could box too. He got head movement, foot movement. That's why Mike Tyson can would beat a lot of folks where he would lose too though. But late down in his career, but Wilder just not like that, man. I ain't mad at him, man. He gave it best though. That's the only thing you can.
You know
he
who gave
I
I
it
really
best.
like? I don't know if you've watched the fight, but I was watching the undercard of Fury's fight, and this guy could cause a lot of problems. Frank Sanchez. I was watching the way he fights, and he's very awkward. Like he's quite
Very
fundamentally
skilled, man.
sound.
Sanchez is
very
very skilled,
sound.
bro.
Yeah, I was watching. I was like, gee, that guy's very good, but Jagger wasn't that good anyways, because that guy didn't care if he threw a punch anyways.
Jagger ain't that good. I was saying the same thing watching. Like, damn, Ife ain't that good.
Yeah,
he got a lot of shit to work on.
Yeah, he a power
To
puncher.
somebody else,
Kind of like
to somebody
Wilder.
else beat Wilder, I still got. To somebody else beat Wilder besides Fury, I still got him in the top 5. He's still top 5.
Wilder's number
somebody
3.
else.
Yeah, he top 5 for sure.
Wilder knocked Jogba's head off.
Yeah, yeah.
I do.
Well, because he's slower. He's slower, but Jabba could hurt him too, though, because he got a nasty right hand.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. People always say what one person could do, well, what about what the other one could do?
That's why style make fights. That's why styles make fights.
Actually,
I think he's slow.
I think Deontay Wilder is a bad style matchup for Usyk.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah,
a lot of people say
right
Wilder got a better chance than anybody.
Yeah, because he's susceptible to them right hands. He gets caught with them straight right hands, and that right hand gonna be coming from fucking Florida. You know what I mean?
Well, that's right. He's not. I actually agree with that because.
Yeah, Alabama.
You just got to keep working on it, man. Why get back in the gym?
Yeah,
take off about a year.
So the style matchups at heavyweight are extremely interesting when you think about it and you break it down. But I do feel like we could probably get a Wilder and AJ fight eventually. Now that they don't have straps and they ain't protecting O's and things like that, and the promotion is willing to do it because people gonna come out for that fight. Still, they still gonna pay top dollar to see that. People gonna come out to see Wilder, and people gonna come out and see AJ.
Yeah, but why are people promoting this when AJ still has an
rematch?
Rematch clause, right?
Still got a rematch clause, and people are saying that he should probably step aside or whatever.
Well, because people still rate Wilder, and I respect that. I've been on different YouTube.
They wouldn't give him that satisfaction.
I'm just saying, if he was to do that, if he was to do that, he could still get a lump sum of money and then have a shot at undisputed after that fight. Because
definitely,
because I think Fury and Usyk were to get together, you'd have an undisputed champion, and Tyson Fury might even stick around for another big payday. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny to me. funny that
Go
the
ahead, Lisa.
WBC didn't do that when AJ had the 3 belts
Right, right.
for him
Nah, I
to
get it.
try
Nah, I totally
to
feel what you're saying. Yeah, and that nobody was
make
really trying to make that work. I hear you.
like
You're right.
because the politics is against him. The politics is against him and Dylan White. I'm just calling it like I see it.
Yeah, yeah. And Dylan White been on the sidelines for so damn long. It's just
Hey,
like,
Politics is
but
in favor. Yeah, the
let me ask y'all
politics is
this.
in favor for Fury.
Hey, 1-2 Kid,
Yeah.
1-2 Kid. Does it matter who gets to the undisputed crown first after all of this time has been without a heavyweight undisputed? Like it seemed like
It
you
will.
know. Go ahead.
But to us, we want to see all these fights, so kind of not. But to the people, the casual fans, yes.
It's
yeah,
like some people like, nah. Well, you know, if that guy is not in the big fight, they
Yeah.
like, why does it
right. They
matter for the,
upset
you know what I
about
mean?
it. But what I'm
So it's
saying
like,
is,
but go ahead,
it,
1-2. Go ahead.
but Black. This is the thing. Is like I think we agree on this. It's like, well, if you have an undisputed champion, now it's open season. Now you got a king of the hill, and you got 3 guys, 4 guys.
A real
These
king
make
at
for
heavyweight,
huge
yeah,
fights, and you
yeah,
got tournament that you can possibly make for some more of these big fights that we couldn't get when these guys weren't, when the politics wasn't working. Now they could actually work for whatever reason. They trying to hold their O, or they're just sitting on the belt. You know what I mean? They're sitting on that egg. You know, when in fact now we could get these guys to get in there and scrap it up and get big money in the process, and then find, who knows, like who knows if undisputed is going to be changing hands left and right.
yeah,
But we
Yeah.
got that
real
opportunity
shit.
though.
That's what I'm saying. Like it could change hands, so it may that person might not get it right away. Like, what if Wilder stick around, he get it down the road or something, or AJ get
Yeah,
it down the
or
road?
AJ get it down the road, right?
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's a possibility. But
Don't
if
count
this one on
Usyk. Don't. Mm.
I mean, if he step aside, that's fine. I don't care. But I just find it kind of. I found it interesting that the WBC stepped in and gave him 30 days.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm a Fury fan, but I agree with that. The WBC all of a sudden has just became powerful and making all these people step up into fights. But I
they
also
may be
think
trying
that
to
don't count out.
This just go to
compensate. They
show
may be
you who
trying
they
to,
want to be. That's
or they could be trying
that
to
go to show
compensate
you.
for the bullshit that they've been doing.
It's
The
the
last little
politics.
situation.
That's the
Yeah.
politics. They don't want certain people to be undisputed.
Mm.
You get it?
Well, what about Joe Joyce? He's another person that could ruffle a few feathers. I wouldn't count that guy out yet.
Yeah,
Oh
they
no,
fucked him over in
definitely
the
not.
rankings, man, with the boys, the Joe Joyce, the boys shit. I was like, damn, how the fuck they put Joe Joyce underneath the boys? Shit
I don't
crazy.
know, man. Yeah,
Rankings.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'd do a comeback fight for Wilder. For a comeback fight for him to just step back in and come back, I'd do him versus Derek Chisora.
What you say about the Zora?
I'd do Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora in London or somewhere in London because that's a big fight and that fight's
Wilder should have.
interesting.
Wilder
Is
should have
Chisora gonna
been
promote
like
the
went
shit?
out to another country and fought. Like I think that too. Like Wilder was just too complacent. I mean, bro, he should have been went out there to the UK and fought or somewhere.
Because the
He
UK
got his
got
ass whooped. He got his ass whooped on his own soil, man. It's what it is.
Yeah,
But you
man.
mean like I've seen like AJ come down here. I mean, Fury came down here, whooped Wilder twice in brutal fashion. So I think that make you a
AJ likes
better.
to
We
be
seen
home
Spence
too.
go out. AJ, well, he fought out there in Saudi, but and he came out here to America. So you know, he been all over, man. That's why I respect AJ. He was like a real world champ to me because he wasn't
Oh,
afraid to
well,
just leave the comfort zone and just
Fury
fight
hasn't had
somewhere
a
else.
fight in Fury hasn't had a fight in the UK since for about 7 years or something. So
But I
That's
he's
think
his
he's
fighting.
fault.
playing that game though
That's
because
his fault.
And
they
we
really
know
not
Usyk,
supporting him like that.
and we know Usyk go everywhere to people's backyard and whoop their ass. So
Yeah,
I like Usyk
now
too.
him, he's definitely a real warrior. But I mean,
That motherfucker
Fury
go
is too.
everywhere, whoop your ass.
Yeah. Fury is too. He been to Germany to Fort Vlad. He's he came to the U.S.
That's
He didn't
true
like
too, because Vlad was protecting
politics
his
of the.
belt in Germany. he was fighting some. I don't know who he was
Hey,
fighting.
home court advantage.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
wasn't
shoot. He
no
was
the
fighting.
heavyweight division was nothing then. So, I mean, it wasn't really like big here in the U.S. So he fought, I guess, who he could fight. You know,
Who is the next heavyweight in America that's going to come after Wilder if Wilder doesn't decide to continue?
It's gonna be a minute. They're saying Jared, but I don't know,
Jared,
man.
maybe Jared Anderson, maybe.
But yeah, they sent Jared Anderson. But I like the way that Fred Sanchez looked on the undercard. He not American, but he's one of them guys that might be a dark horse at heavyweight.
Could be.
But I'll be real, man. America ain't really. We out of the race for a minute. Be real.
Yeah, you're out of the race for heavyweights at the moment because they're all in
For
England. It's
heavyweight, yeah.
ridiculous.
For heavyweight, we out of there for a minute. We gotta keep it real. And then Gerald Miller fucked it up. He went to the pharmacy and doped up on everything. So yeah, we out. We done.
You do have a world champion at the moment.
Trevor Bryan.
The WBA, some sort of WBA world title.
So when we
Yeah.
we talking about supers and real belts, we out of there for a minute. Shout out to Trevor though.
He classes
Real
himself
belt
as the best in the world.
Hey man, UK doing their thing.
Well, you know what?
Real recognize real.
I don't like respect a lot of the boxing. A lot of these people on his opinions, not here on this panel, but like they just don't keep things in the perspective of how it is, and they don't. Some people look at the past in comparison, but they overrate people and and then don't give people their credit. And this is just how the boxing community is.
If I was AJ, I wouldn't even fight. I wouldn't even fight Usyk in the rematch because he doesn't need to. He's already cemented himself in legacy. He's already like a 2-time world champion. I'd let the undisputed happen and go fight Ruiz or set up a fight with Wilder or something.
I mean, the choice is his. I mean, it's his choice to make. I would like him to wait too, in a sense, because you just don't know. To get more, the bottom line is these guys started real late. They don't have the pedigree that a Usyk has or a Tyson Fury.
Usyk and Fury are the two most experienced. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a long line of fighters.
I'm not. Listen, I don't. I give Fury his respect and Usyk, but what I'm not gonna do is tear down other fighters to build him up. But most importantly, what I'm not going to do is put him in a category of a Muhammad Ali, because that's what people are doing. With that article I read yesterday, yes, you got to put it in the perspective of today. Compare this era to other eras. And if he's the best, then I got that. But when people start saying that he would give any problem in every era, you got to clean out this one first. That's all I was saying.
They're a lot bigger these days than what they were back then, though. A lot bigger. Well, I mean, those go heavyweights back in the day were like, except maybe for Lennox Lewis, they were not very big and they weren't. So, but I don't like comparing heavyweights. Anyways, I hate it. I hate comparing now eras to their era. I don't like that because it's make believe. It doesn't make any sense.
But you have to put it when you're talking about historically. He's gonna have to, like, some people are saying that he should be in the top 10.
Oh, Fury's in the top 10 for sure. AJ's
Of
in the
all
top
time.
10. Klitschko's in the top 10. At least top 15.
Wait a minute.
They all are.
Wait a minute. How are they in the top 10 or 15 of all time? I don't get it.
Fury's got a case. He's generally got a case. Genuinely. Like he's going. Let me finish. Let me finish, please. He's undefeated at the moment, right? He's won all the belts that AJ and Usyk has. He's won the WBC Ring Magazine twice. He's won every belt you can ever win in boxing. Every belt. So and if he goes on to win the belts from Usyk, he's won them two. He'll win them twice. Like he'll win those belts twice. He has a WBC belt and he's won the Ring Magazine twice. I mean, that's not. You have to be good to do that. Seriously.
But you have to
Hey,
consider.
Martin Ramos in the building. What up, Martin?
What's up, 1-2?
What's up, Martin?
What's up, Lisa? Nice meeting you.
What's up? Chilling.
Listen, that sounds great what he just pointed out, but we gotta consider too. He just made his first title defense last Saturday, and he hasn't been undisputed, and he had plenty of chances to do so.
It hasn't been undisputed. Agree.
Right, and that was his first title defense last Saturday. You gotta take
I
that
love
in
that.
consideration.
I love that song in the background. If whoever's playing that song in the background, it's a great song. But I agree with what you're all saying. He just made his first title defense, but Fury, he's beating all the top guys when he faces the top guys. So, I mean, you got to give him credit for that.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, he beat Klitschko, Wilder.
And those two guys reigned for so long. They reigned for so long, those two, Wilder and Klitschko. Like
two top guys. You say all the top guys. We only have two top guys. We only have two top guys in boxing.
Yeah, you can only do with what you got at the moment, really, like to this era. But what I'm saying is,
I'm not taking on away from him. Don't get me wrong, but you just mentioned he beat all the top guys. He beat two top guys.
Yeah, well, they're the two top guys that he could beat in this era.
No, sir. We have Joseph Parker. We have Povetkin. We have Anthony Joshua. You know, it's a big list of top guys. It's a big list of top guys, sir.
They'll all fight each other eventually. There's no doubt about that. But as we stand at the moment, Fury's won every belt you can win in boxing. So,
okay.
And he's also won the Ring Magazine twice, which is the most prestigious belt.
I respect that. That's a good point. Well, you know,
that's just my point because we talk about undisputed. We keep mentioning this. Let's get one champion, one face. Everyone have one belt. Fury's already won every belt. Every belt you can win.
You have to do that undisputed. You gotta get that undisputed work.
And logistically, those belts, and I'll throw another spanner in the works, actually. Those belts Usyk and Joshua are fighting over, they've never beaten Fury for those belts. So, so what does that make him, the lineal champion?
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, he just hasn't, they haven't gotten to that point yet to fight him, but
they're just caretakers.
Sorry to cut you off. I gotta cut out. 1, 2. Lisa, nice meeting you. I'll talk to you later. My customer show up. Peace. Have a good
all right, Martin. Peace.
Peace. But the thing about it is this: it's you know, okay, yeah, he was quote unquote lineal, or you know, however people want to break that down, which is a fact. You know, he beat Klitschko for this, that, the other. But the fact of the matter is he left. And the titles were left out there. And the AJ went and got him and defended him. So you just can't erase that shit and say, oh no, this shit don't count.
Definitely.
They didn't beat he didn't beat Tyson Fury. It's like this dude, he took time off himself. So what I'm saying is it's cool. Yeah, Tyson Fury, yeah, he's doing his thing. You know, AJ has done his thing. We want to see, but I want to see undisputed. Let's see it happen.
You're gonna see it. I think we're gonna see it. I think it's bound to happen. I think it's going to happen, and I think Fury's gonna rightfully reclaim the property that he owns, which is a property that Usyk's just taking care of at the moment. They just seem to be taking care of it. They're all just, you know, changing it around a bit. They're all looking after it. Different people are taking care of it. But they all know who the rightful owner is. And it's kind of like if you beat me and you took my titles and you went away from boxing because of personal reasons, and then me and this lady, we fought for the what can you call it, vacant titles, they're rightfully yours no matter what. Even if you come back after 4 years, we have to beat you because they're your titles.
Nah, I
disagree
beg to
with that.
differ. Because I mean, we could say personal problems of this. The motherfucker went out and got trashed, and come on, man, he trashed his body and trashed his
It was
life
only
for
out for
woman.
2.5 years. It wasn't that long.
Right, but what I'm trying to say is that was no one's choice but his own. So if
Definitely, but he
if you
came.
can't put accountability on him and call it quote unquote personal issues, well then there you go. I mean, that's just kind of you leaning one way, but which is fine. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, and I do get where you're coming from. The fact
But
that
it's a
he
valid
burned them and
opinion, though.
left. Well, it is kind of an opinion because if I drop $20 on the ground and you pick it up, it is no longer mine whether I earned it or not. You pick it up and I don't see it and I threw it on the ground, then that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But of course he's seen it. Of course he was at the fight when they fought for those belts. But what I'm saying is, you've got a good point. You put your belts down and you surrender them. Two people that are active should be able to come and fight for them. But shouldn't you, in your heart, think in your heart, if you're fighting for belts that the guy's going to realistically potentially come back, and he did, shouldn't you feel an obligation to fight you? Like, I would feel that. Like, I'd think, I've got these
totally
belts.
agree with you, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. The thing about it is he wanted to be undisputed. So he wanted that Wilder fight. So that's what was holding it up. And then Wilder was holding on to that belt. And then Wilder went and fought Tyson Fury. So that's how that came about. That's how that situation came about. And that's why I don't knock AJ. I don't really not knocking any of them for their accomplishments. I'm just saying, like, when it came to someone trying to say, hey, I'm the king of the hill, AJ was the only one really doing it.
Oh, definitely. AJ and Dillian White were probably realistically the only two flying the flag for a bit there at one moment, weren't they? Like, they were like, remember they were going to battles and they were fighting everybody, and Dillian White was fighting Chisora and having like showdowns and shit. Do you remember that?
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not that mad at the heavyweight division. I'm not really not. But I mean, I just don't want to I don't want the undisputed to be over marinated again to where it's all broken apart again, and then we're back to square one again as boxing fans, and we don't have an undisputed heavyweight champion. When this is the time, this is the time to take full advantage and strike while it's hot. Yeah. And that's there for Deontay Wilder. That's there for Anthony Joshua to go and snatch it back all up. You know what I mean? Or I mean, for that opportunity. Not saying it will happen, but I'm saying, that's what makes it interesting.
I'll say to what's your name? What's that lady's name? What's your name?
That's Lisa.
I forgot.
That's Lisa Bell.
Lisa.
So as I'll say to you, when you say what makes you go into the top 10 greats and all that, so this is what I'm saying with the Fury situation. I mean, his story is just phenomenal. I mean, like, that's what makes people great. I mean, if you see the way he was 7-8 years ago, he was, in my opinion, a piece of shit. Some of the comments he made about people, some of the comments he made about race, some of the comments made about gender equality and all this crap. And then he had children and he actually started to grow up. And now he's a people's champion. He's actually a really good person now.
They all have great stories. AJ got a great story. Wilder got a great story.
Definitely, that's what makes greats, though. And then the story of the fighting game. You know, Fury went away. He won all the titles at the Holy Grail of boxing. Went away, come back, faced the biggest puncher in boxing, arguably beat him 3 times, won the belts, won the Ring magazine twice. That's a story in itself. That's a great story.
Yeah, of course.
And he's in a position now, and we can like it or we don't have to like it. He's actually in a position now to beat everybody, and we're going to be like, what? He's proving everybody wrong, and I think it's just amazing. And I hope he wipes the floor with everybody.
I don't. I'm not a fan.
Well, you're going to be proven wrong, I'm sorry to say.
I just want to
Dude is a con man. I'll call it like I see it.
Champ. I want an undisputed champ, and I want that undisputed, maybe even to move around, or just that undisputed champion to challenge himself and defend that undisputed title, and
Bit like Canelo.
for boxing, well, he got to be undisputed first. He got to get that undisputed first. When he gets that undisputed, then yeah, I would like to see him defend that
But
undisputed title.
you know what, 1-2 kid, what I'm learning now is sometimes that lineal is the most, if it's the man that beat the man.
Right. I think that was the point that Kangaroo Jack was bringing up.
That
He
is
said, why don't you want
lineal.
to jump on this guy?
Yeah.
Like why don't you want to? Why don't you think that this is the dude that you're supposed to go get the belt from? Because how many times have we seen belts just literally taken away from fighters without even losing and just given to other fighters, and then they're like, "Yo, you got my belt." We seen that with who was it? Was it Chavez and Martinez when they were playing hot potato with the WBC belt, and it's like he didn't lose. Like it's like, how you just gonna strip this?
I
man?
remember that.
Yeah,
I just think it's, hey brother, I just think it's an amazing spectacle. Like, I'm just loving the situation at the moment. Like, I personally think if Fury lost to Wilder on the other day, it would have made the heavyweight division even more interesting, because like I was actually thinking of it in the pub when I was putting back. I was like 15 beers down, and I was thinking to myself, I want Fury to win, but I wouldn't be so sad if Wilder won, because everyone would have been beaten. That means they all will fight each other. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think with Fury, he'll be he cares about his O so much. That's why he won't fight the Povetkins, the Dominic Brazils, the Whites, all these sorts of guys, the Ruizes. This is the reason why he won't fight them, because he cares about his O. And he doesn't say that he does, but he actually does.
Yeah,
and
he
this
does.
is where,
Well, he said if he loses, he's going to retire.
When did he say that?
He said that twice. I heard him say that twice. He said, "And if I lose, then I'm gonna retire." That's what.
Yeah, he's mucking around. I mean, I think he's mucking around with that.
I don't know
He's
what
just
to
taking the
believe from
mickey.
him. He just promoted a undisputed fight that never fucking happened. So I think in that degree, I agree with Lisa Bales, because when it became to being undisputed, both him and Deontay Wilder didn't have that energy. And you just proved my point in that note, saying that he don't want to. I don't think it's the fact that he don't want to fight a Dillian White or a Povetkin. It's that he don't want to lose to one of those guys. You understand? If he's going to lose, he's going to lose to the top-notch guy. But that ain't the way a champion should carry himself, though.
Yeah, but we don't actually know what he's thinking, though. If we go by what you just said, he'd be petrified to fight Klitschko. He'd be petrified to fight Deontay Wilder in their own country. So I think we're a bit off with that. I think it's more politics, myself. But
I think it's money. That's just what I think it is. Because
money.
I mean, well, come on, man. He ain't talking about fight Dillian White. He ain't talking about fighting certain fighters, money, and then I mean, in Usyk, I mean, he might take that fight, but I'm just saying, like, this guy, I don't really trust what this guy says. I don't know, like you said,
Well,
I don't know what
Dillian
he's
White
thinking, and
got
he proves that you don't know what he's thinking. He
Dillian
promoted a fight, bro.
Dillian White got
Promoted a
offered
fight
40
that
million.
never fucking happened.
Dillian White got offered 40 million to fight Anthony Joshua for the titles, and he rejected them. So does he really want to fight the best?
You said 40 million.
40 or 80 or something ridiculous. And people,
No.
Eddie Hearn said it in IFL before. He got offered money to fight Anthony Joshua for all the titles or something like that. And I remember that period of time where he was like complaining that he didn't get a title shot, but he got offered big money to have the rematch with AJ, but he said no. So I don't know.
No, it was like 4 or 5 million.
But what I'm trying to say, if whether that's true or not true, on both your points, what I'm trying to say is this: I don't know why he went the WBC route when he had the opportunity to get back in there with an AJ. Like, that's still mind-boggling to me, the way that the WBC been putting this dude at the back of the line and putting his file on the bottom.
Oh, I think it's crazy. I think it's embarrassing, to be honest.
He been paying sanctioning fees. I think he had taken the court.
Yeah, and can't
So
even get so why even stick around there? So that may raise your point a little, even a little higher, Kangaroo. So I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. The opportunity is there, and you're not jumping on it. I don't know. I don't know why, or
He
maybe
wants to take the WBC. I don't know. I don't know why he wants to take the WBC
well,
route. I mean,
maybe because the WBC was in America, and then he could snatch that there, and then come back and say, "Look what I did. I went over here to try to hype the fight, and it didn't go his way." You know.
well, you know what I really would have liked to have seen from Fury the other night, and this is just me as a Fury fan. You guys may agree, but every time he finishes fights, he doesn't like saying who's he going to fight next. Like, how about own it? How about say I'm going to fight Dillian White because he's a mandatory? You know he's fucking next. Like, but you're sitting there saying, I'm going to go and drink and I'm going to go and have a good time first and enjoy this and spend some time with my family. Yes, that's fine. You can go on well and do that. But you know the protocol and you know what's next. So why not say Dillian White like you've been saying Dillian White before all the Wilder fights, weeks before, months before, and a year before? Do you know what I mean?
Right. But that's what I mean about. But what I'm trying to say about Tyson Fury, like who goes for he went for the WBC franchise title. Why? Like, like, and got turned down. So like that's a way to move without, you know what I mean? That's what kind of proves my point, that saying that this guy, it's not about defending the titles, and I don't think he's the guy that would defend the titles. You know what I mean? He just seems like a guy that's just, he's bipolar, man. He's here 1 minute, gone the next. He's talking this way one time, then he's talking this way that time. That's the one thing that concerns me about Tyson Fury. What's going on, Hap?
What's up, dude? What's up, everyone? How
what's
you
up,
doing?
Hap?
Hello, mate.
Hey.
Chilling. Saw you guys were
Hi.
on. I just finished a workout.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
You guys are talking about franchise?
Fury.
Yeah, you guys think
We're
he
talking
fits
about
the
the
franchise?
Fury.
I didn't know that. I never heard that Fury petitioned for the franchise status.
Well, he got
I didn't
turned
either.
down. He got turned down because he got turned down immediately. I think it was him and Bob.
Yeah.
He
Wilder turned it down. That was cool.
Wilder turned it down himself.
What's with all these fucking belts and franchise belts? I've had enough of them.
Hold up. You have to petition guys for that. You can't turn nothing down that you haven't.
No, they offered it to
Wilder.
Wilder. Yeah, they offered it to Wilder. Just like they offered it to Canelo and Lomachenko when they first started off. They were offering it to people.
No, that's not what Suleiman said. Suleiman said you have to petition.
There you go.
I think that's now, Lisa. I think that's now.
No, I saw him in a video say that
Right,
Canelo petitioned for Loma's team and whoever.
But
Well,
Lisa,
let's put it this way. Let's put it this way, Lisa. If they never invented it and didn't tell them about it, they petitioned for it.
Consider the source, Lisa.
I got you. I definitely don't believe 90% of what he say, but I'm just going by what he did say.
Right.
From what I understand, from what I gathered, that you just can't. You have to actually petition for it.
Right, but if they didn't come up with the idea and they didn't tell the guys about it, then what would they petition for?
Right. I think it's all a joke.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, there's so many belts. I don't even know like what's going on. Like there's this regular belt that somebody has in America. Why isn't he fighting anybody? I just think it's a full fucking. How's Lucas Brown got a license? I mean, how's Lucas Brown lose to an NRL?
You're talking about Devin Haney?
Lucas Brown.
Are you talking about Devin Haney, dude? In America?
No, I'm talking about heavyweights. Trevor Brown. I think he's got the
Trevor Bryan.
Trevor Bryan. He's got the WBA regular world title. And how's he not in question to fight any of these guys? You know what I mean?
I think he's supposed to fight Daniel Dubois.
For the WBA regular.
Yeah, and then they would be in contention for,
Well,
I guess.
the reason why is because the WBA regular is not the title that the other three sanctioning bodies recognize for unification. It's the super.
Yeah.
But it's still a belt. Hang on, it's still a belt that like Ali and Mike Tyson never won it.
Yeah, that's true.
Mike Tyson did win the WBA.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Ali, Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, they all won the WBA regular as well. Because I'm pretty sure there was that.
No,
super
it was
champion.
when Lennox Lewis had it that they invented super for him, and then super became the one that was recognized for everyone else. So the super didn't exist for Ali and Tyson.
Yeah, I think it's all I think it's all ridiculous. Like how many belts there are, because that's another problem why people don't take fights and politics comes involved as well because of the belt situation and the sanctioning bodies.
Well, Lennox Lewis came up with the super for WBA. That was his idea.
Well, it was one of the dumbest ideas I've ever fucking never.
Why? Why, Haplo? Why? I don't.
Because they were trying to force him to fight a mandatory instead of fighting, I forget who it was, but a bigger fight that was more important. And so he said, hey, why don't you guys make me the super champion and then I can fight Tyson instead of some other guy that no one's heard of. I don't know if it was Tyson, but I doubt it was Tyson, but it was somebody like that.
Who do you see as the number one heavyweight in the world at the moment? In your opinion?
For my taste, it's Fury. Because even
you're lagging a bit. You're lagging a bit, bro. Just reset. You're breaking up.
Even though Usyk has more of the
You're breaking up, bro. We can't hear you.
on mute.
Yeah,
I'm gonna log out and log back in.
Okay.
All right. Good idea, because I couldn't hear a fucking thing that he was saying.
Yeah, Hap does that a lot, man. And but he usually got some good comments. You know what I mean? He got good insight on what he's talking about. So I respect that.
Oh, so is he a proper? Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen me in these chats before. I know Lisa has before, but I'm just a heavyweight
I've seen
fan.
you on D Jefferson's.
Oh yeah, D. How's D anyways?
I've seen him. He been making little short videos.
He doesn't, because me and D had the same opinion on Fury, don't we? We were the only ones that were like we were pretty like dead set on the Fury situation with Wilder, and all these people have different opinions. I'm just a heavyweight fan. I don't watch the little guys fight at all because it's just.
I was riding with Fury up until he was promoting a fight that didn't come to be. And I was like, "Fuck it." You know what I mean?
There has to be more. There has to be more to it. There has to be more to it, though. If he's promoting a fight that didn't happen, he wouldn't just do it, though, would he? Like, he's not spiteful like that.
No, I think it was so that they didn't. That Bob didn't have to promote the Wilder fight, and they had half the promotion done by the zone in the process. That's what I think. I think it was a strategic plan and a premeditated plan to promote. They got free promotion for the Wilder fight.
Yeah, it seems like that to me too. Is that any better, guys?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, much better.
Okay.
Actually, that's probably what happened. That's probably what happened when I really look at it right now, because he knew that fight wasn't going to happen because of the arbitration. He's never going to be able to get away from it because Wilder didn't take the money. So he's using AJ and Eddie Hearn as the Spartan key to get everyone around the world for the Wilder free fight.
Right, but here's the thing, and then he kind of blamed it on Eddie Hearn and AJ, saying, "Well, they knew too," and it's like, Well, who told
Eddie
you?
Eddie
Had the
Hearn didn't
memo.
know. Eddie Hearn didn't know. He was literally setting up the fight in Saudi Arabia, which I
Right,
disagreed
right.
with, but I thought it should have been. Me personally, I don't care what you British say, what anyone says. Me personally, the Undisputed Championship with all the titles on the line should be in Vegas, in my
Right,
opinion.
but what I'm saying is, if Tyson Fury said that they already knew, then how? Even if that statement holds water, how would they know unless you told them? So
Yeah, that was
you
all.
know what
That
I
was
mean?
all.
Like
That
it
was
was
all
just to me
frantic.
was yeah. I just seen it clear as day. Like this is bullshit. Like so that pissed me off as a boxing fan because you're trying to sell me undisputed and you're like pull the old switcheroo on me last minute. Like
Here's what bugs me about it, OTK. He had to know about that arbitration, dude. There's no
Yes.
way that he
Right.
did not know that. And I don't know why
Right.
people say that. Like, he had to know. He's got attorneys, he's got a promoter. They had to know that was going
Right.
on.
They had
And
to
they
get the heads up. Right.
and then he just so happens to announce that the fight is on with Joshua the night before
The night before.
the results come out from the arbitration. All he had to
The
do was
next
just keep
day.
his mouth shut.
Yeah, and then 2 days later, he's on. There's another fight going. He's like, I'm fighting Deontay Wilder, and it's like, you son of a
They even
bitch.
had the fight on BoxRec. They even had it on BoxRec. And then the next day, that's why I say I knew it was all strategic, and they were so upset
Yeah.
about it. You know,
Just
what?
back to just
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. These are the games that I don't like
Yeah,
about them. That's the games I don't like.
Yeah, Fury's a villain, dude. Fury's a villain, but I can't help but like him as a fighter.
Yeah, so back to the question I asked you, your best heavyweight in the world and your heavyweights that can scrap it up with him and the reason why he's the best heavyweight in the world and whoever your opinion is.
Nah, but like as for the best heavyweight, yeah, you guys could be true. I said Tyson Fury can come back and fuck up the whole heavyweight division, and he did. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, when it came to that shit, like when you promoting Undisputed and you don't give it to me, yeah, man, I'm gonna, I'm just a boxing
I
fan.
wasn't
But I
happy.
got a voice. You know what I'm saying? So
I wasn't happy at all. I was very upset. I was actually very angry. I was sitting on here. I was with D, I reckon. I was in D's chat, and I was very, very angry about that situation. Like I've been angry plenty of times with Fury. I've been angry like with some of the fights he's taken with guys that just got off the couch and all this sort of crap. I've always always been critical of Fury, but the reason why I'm critical of Fury sometimes is because I'm a proper boxing fan. You know, I'm not just one of those.
Exactly. It's like you offering me a bacon double cheeseburger, I'll pay for it, and then you give me a taco. I'm like, yo.
But he can get away with stuff. Like I can't explain. Like he doesn't.
I think you have feedback or something.
Yeah, somebody sound like they got a woofer. They got
Hold
a
up.
woofer in the background.
Yeah, that's what
But
it
to
sounded
me,
like.
it's like, yeah, the taco's
You
still
still
good.
hear it?
But
That's better.
No, that's better. The taco's
But what
still
I'm
good,
saying-
but it's not what I wanted though.
Right, but what I'm saying is he can get away with it where others can't.
But who's not getting away? Who didn't get away with it? Name me a fighter that did that and didn't get away with it. Like,
I'm
what can he do
saying
for? He's just playing mind games. He likes to play mind games. He's done it for years.
Right.
You know, he's
He's
just one of those guys. He's a weird character.
Heavyweight, they wouldn't be able to get away with this stuff. This is what I'm saying.
Actually,
Your
it's coming from you, Kangaroo Jack.
Is it?
Yeah, your avatar's moving when I hear that bass drop.
It sound like music.
Maybe you should
Hang
drop
on.
off and come back in.
Yeah, I think maybe I should as well. Let me just try and fix my mic. 1 second.
All right, please.
I got a microphone, but I gotta hook it up.
How's
You gonna
that?
bust some skills out? Yeah, that's fine. You gonna bust some
That's
skills
better.
out for us, Lisa?
No. I gotta
Messing with
get
you.
it sorted out right. I tried it, but it was like echoing, but I have the echo button on it. Just gotta get it right.
son got a cool ass mic. He's at the crib right now. I tell you, he be spitting some hot fire, boy. Hot
Yeah.
fire. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's like a
I think he could
miniature.
get better.
Yeah, it's like a miniature with a pop filter and everything. It's cute.
Oh, cool. That's what's up. What do you know what brand it is?
Oh, I don't know. I have to look. I got it off of Amazon.
Said you
Let
need to
me look
think
and see what the
outside the
name
bun.
is. Huh?
Said OTK, you need to think outside the bun.
let me check. I don't know what the name of it is. I have no idea. Zeal Sound
Okay.
portable microphone. Yeah.
I was about to try. I was attempting to get that Garage Band, but you need Apple for that. They got some things for Windows, but I think it's LLN or something like that. Bit too complicated at the moment. I need to do it when I got more time. Outside the bun. Gotta think outside. You gotta think outside the fanny pack, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
But I think.
Damn it, Hap.
He's getting too long.
Hap got that drive-through shit.
What is it? What is it with Haps? Is it where he's located? I think when you're closer to the router, that's when it works better.
Yeah.
Or in the
Can't
house.
hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was saying Fury's doing it kind of like how Dempsey did it back in the day. He's not fighting enough, but he needs to get busier. When he was doing like 2 fights in a row and then a big fight, I think that's the right formula for him.
Right.
You need
Keeps
to think
him
outside the
keeps him out of
motion.
trouble, keeps his mind, focused. Yeah, I got you.
He says it
I
himself.
think
He's
that's
like, if I'm not training, I get into trouble. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these guys are not fighting enough. That's the thing. And I just don't think they have they just don't have, some of it is the time slots for them. And, it's just tough, man, to get these big fights off the.
They're all good
lot
fighters
of
too in the heavyweight division. These some decent fighters that we got here. It's a very interesting heavyweight division as of now, especially with Usyk coming in, kind of like Tyson Fury came in and just changed up the game. Like,
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it makes it a bit more interesting. But this is one of the reasons why you don't marinate fights, because they might have lost some dough in the process of of these
Yeah.
marinations, and this is what happens. You get a special fighter that comes up or comes back, and then they fuck up the big payday when you could have had an undisputed champion, and these guys would have came into it with the king of the hill. That's all I'm saying is, let's just look at it for what it is. It's like, let's get an undisputed guy so we could point to that guy and say, well, that's the guy you got to beat. Now you got to beat this guy over here and that guy over there. Don't forget about that guy that don't want to fight
Right.
here and don't want to fight here, and this guy don't want to fight over here or go to your network. And that's when the politics screw it all up. Sound like someone smacking some people up. I hope you got that fly.
No, that's a construction site next to my apartment.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Nothing I can do about that. But yeah, dude, I think Fury beats Usyk. As good as Usyk is, I think Fury has the ring IQ and the boxing know-how to neutralize all that movement with his footwork, and he's just so much bigger. He's gonna lay on him and tire him out. Yeah, he's gonna trap him, tire him out. That's if Fury takes it seriously and comes in shape. But that's a given any Fury fight. But I'm not looking forward to Usyk and
you're breaking up again.
Oh, shit.
You gotta
I'm
reach out and grab it. You gotta reach out and grab it like
not-
Tyson Fury's gonna have to grab Usyk. He's gonna like, come here, you big dorsey, let me lean on ya. Wear your legs down so you can't have no movement. He's
you
gonna
big
literally
dosa.
grab him, B. He's gonna have to grab that little fucker.
He's gonna ragdoll that guy, dude. He's gonna ragdoll him worse than he did Wilder.
You think so? Nah, I gotta see it though.
Dude, he's gonna crush that guy with body
It's
weight.
possible. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I gotta see it, man. Let it happen. Let AJ.
It's gonna be hard for him to
Wilder
go to the
happen.
body because
Let
he's
these
so
fights
little.
happen.
But I don't know about the Usyk and AJ fight happening again like right away. I'd rather see, if I'm AJ, what I would do is tune-up fight and make a deal with Usyk and Fury that whoever wins has to fight him.
Yeah, but you know what? I've seen Fury on the deck from a cruiserweight. And on top of that, what if this dude just goes balls to the walls and lets his hands go with Tyson Fury, and he's gonna get there first. So if Tyson Fury
but
wants
look
him
at
on the inside,
stuff,
you never
bro.
know.
It's the difference in reach is all he has to do is jab, throwing a 1-2 on the outside. Whenever he gets close, he's gonna wrap him up on him.
What if he puts him on his ass 4 times, and even though he ain't hurt, they stop it?
I don't see that happening, bro. He couldn't put AJ down, and I think
Damn near did.
I think Fury has a not that AJ, but Fury has better
possible
than AJ.
It's the heavyweight division. Anything's possible, man. You never know. What's going on, Brian?
Yo, I'm on the
Hey, what's up, Brian?
yo, what's up, Lisa Bills? Hapo here, yeah.
Yeah, Haplo.
Yeah, Hapo, Queen Lisa, and 1-2 Kid. How you all doing?
King Brian.
Good, man.
That's been confirmed that Wilder has broken his hand. So
Yeah, I saw that, man. I just hope Wilder be okay. You know, physically, you know, from a fight like that. I mean, as well as Fury too. But shoot, I saw Fury went out partying and that. I saw it on Fight Hype.
Yeah.
So I just assumed that he was okay. I'm like, wow, he took them hard blows, got knocked down like that, and he out partying the same night.
His recovery is sick. I mean, to take those punches and be able to come back and win is unreal, dude.
Well, both guys, right? So I do believe, right, both guys did show heart in that fight, you know.
Yeah, but it's recovery I'm talking about. Deontay Wilder never really seemed to recover, even though he was still in a fight, where Fury seemed to be able to recover, you know, a lot better.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, he do have great recovery. Him, I'll say Fury, 2 fighters I could think of who has great recovery. Fury is one, and I've seen Sean Porter put down, and he gets right back up.
Yeah,
but he's never been put down hard like Fury was. But
when Spence
gets
rocked
right
him,
back
he
up and
almost
starts fighting.
His eyes rolled in the back of his head, but his knees never touched the ground, which was crazy. Like he dropped and he was gone for a second. Then he just woke back up, started throwing punches. I was like, this dude's nuts. Yeah, man, he's a dog. And that was a clean shot he landed on him too. It couldn't get no cleaner than that. He put his lights out, but he never touched the canvas. He woke up before he touched the canvas and jumped right back up. Awareness. It was level 11. So I was like, yeah, shout out to Porter. You're right. His recovering abilities is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Fury, a whole nother type of beast. I'm looking at a picture right here, right now. He's like, what the heck? I said, this fool out here partying and drinking. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking both of them is gonna be in the hospital overnight.
Yeah, this man.
Yeah. Well, all this is at the hospital, so you know. He took punishment. Fury took punishment, you know.
Yeah.
technically, it was not a great fight, from a technical standpoint. But but from a drama standpoint, it was a fan-friendly fight. Both guys got knocked down. Both guys got up, a few times, and like even though Deontay Wilder was even though Fury looked like he was dominating, you always felt like if Deontay Wilder lands that right hand, you know what I mean? Like Fury could go down again, and it was just one of them.
Man,
You
he
see,
came close at the end of the 10th, Brian.
yeah, and here's the thing, right? Even though I felt like Fury was always thing to be put down, Wilder could always put Fury down. I never felt like he could knock him out. I don't know. There's something about that guy is just weird,
Yeah,
Tyson
he's
Fury, you know what I
determined.
mean?
Even when he's just like, it was like when he got knocked down, he was like, I don't know, like a drunk when he stumbles and he falls down, he just gets back up.
I've been there.
He's just like, oh, well, gotta keep it going.
There's a video. Let's God's honest truth, right? There's a video of a old Scottish footballer, right? And they're out. I think they beat England or something in a football match, and the players are out celebrating, and everybody's out with them. They're celebrating, and Stuart McCall is dancing on a car, right? And he's drinking, and he got a drink of whiskey in his hand, and he falls over and he slips. He didn't spill a drop of whiskey.
Yeah. And that
You know what I
goes,
mean?
and
Like,
that goes for Wilder as well, man. He literally looked like a drunk as well through that whole fight. Fall down, get up, fall down, get up.
Yeah.
Dude,
Both
I
of those
thought
guys,
after
they
like
were,
5
man,
rounds,
those
I'm like,
guys
he's
are,
done, dude. I thought he was done.
Right. Yeah. But he
Some
would get
people
up
said he
and
was
then
out on his feet, but he was just fighting on pure heart, grit,
Yeah.
Instinct.
warrior
Fighting on
spirit.
instinct.
Yeah, warrior spirit.
Can
Yeah.
both of
we?
them guys,
Yeah.
man.
Can we tick off this myth now that Tyson Fury is feather fisted?
Yeah.
That guy
Definitely.
that guy got
Definitely.
power. Like I think under Sugar Hope, I think he's twerking more in his shots. I think 260, 270. I think when he's in that mode, and he's planting his feet and he's twerking on his shots. I'm not twerking in the thing sense, but like he's uh,
He's got
putting
more
power in the
poppiness, a
shots.
little more mustard. He's sitting on
Yeah,
his shots.
like
And
when
that's
he's
the
sitting
thing
on
is
them.
this,
Yeah,
the skill set wasn't really there. Like he just was going. Both of them guys are balls to the wall, and then when they would
Yeah.
let the hand, you would see a guy land a big shot, and then the other guy come right back with another big shot.
Yeah, well, John Fury confirmed. With the baby, was baby getting sick?
Yeah.
About 4 weeks before the fight or whatever, right? He was sleeping. He was sleeping in the hospital floor, in the baby's bedroom. Tyson Fury, and he was also, he was out training out in the. He was out training in a park across the road from the hospital.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, both of those guys was knocking each other out and waking each other up with another shot. Like,
Dude, I thought Wilder made a tactical error with the gloves. I made a video about it as soon as they announced that he was going to use the MX gloves.
Yeah.
And I said
that's how
he's
he
going to
broke
hurt
his
his
hand
hand.
before, wasn't it? Yeah. That's how he broke his hand before, because he was
The
using
reason
MX
why
gloves.
the reason why is because he throws every shot with full power, and you can't do that with horsehair gloves. You have to
you
be
can't.
able to vary your power.
That's
And
probably how he
Tyson
broke his hand.
Fury has good hands. He's got good
Yeah.
hands because he can throw those horsehair gloves around, man.
Yeah,
Wilder should have gone with the foam.
LeBron said, "How do you break a titanium hand?"
I guess he broke the part that wasn't titanium.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Like, that's freaking great. Like, that was a good fight. It was a good fight. And, right, if you're a casual and you're saying, just say a lot of people tried to convince you to watch AJ versus Usyk, just say a boxing fan, right? A lot of non-boxing fans would look at that and go, "That was a boring fight," even though technically that was a far superior fight to what we seen yesterday, right? But non-boxing casual fan would look at Fury Wilder 3 and go, "That was a better fight."
Right.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
the technical fight in the trilogy was the first one. I thought that was just as
Yeah.
good as Usyk Joshua in terms of technical know-how.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true enough. But I'm saying, like, because these fights are so close to each other, right? The non-boxing fan would look at it and go, which one would you rather watch?
I
You know what I mean? For
seriously think
excitement
though.
and all that there, so that will bring.
I think I preferred from that standpoint. I preferred Wilder versus Fury, from like
Yeah,
Man,
casual
both
fan
of them
standpoint,
guys
because
left
there were
something in there,
knockdowns
man.
and drama.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't keep taking shots like that and not leave something in there.
Yeah.
Those guys were knocking the shit out of each other.
It's like after round 3, it was like, it was like, I'll stand in front of you, you hit me, you stand in front of me, I'll hit you. And these guys were throwing
Who hits
bombs.
harder? Who could take it? Yeah, who got the harder head?
Yeah.
It's like shit.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. It was pretty wild. Entertaining though. Entertaining, whether you're a casual or a hardcore fan. It was definitely entertaining. If you weren't entertained watching that fight, I don't know. You ain't living.
I like the first fight the most because you got the technical and the drama, and they were good sports after. Like, I didn't like how
funny?
Wilder
That's how
treated Fury after the fight.
That's how everybody probably assumed that 2 and 3 were gonna go. They were like, okay, Tyson Fury's gonna box, and this man's gonna try to land a one-hitter quitter, which
They're all
tells you
three
how
different.
boxing
All
is-
three of them were different.
Yeah, which tells you that boxing is just a different sport because you know what I mean. Hey, what was working for Tyson Fury, he just threw it out the window and was like, "This worked for me for one round. I'm just gonna go balls to the wall." And I think the only one who didn't really make it change was Deontay Wilder, which didn't work to his benefit. I feel
I
like
saw him
he could
doing
have
some
made
stuff.
some
I saw him
something.
doing some stuff in
I'm
the
just
third
saying
fight.
it wasn't consistent though. Like when he was going to the body, he just as soon as
Well,
he got punched.
I think what happened was that he was pretty consistent in the first 2 rounds with it, and then he got dropped and hurt, and then after that he was pretty much fighting on instinct.
Right.
You know? I think if he doesn't get hurt, I think he probably continues with that game plan.
Yeah, anyone who has been in the ring and they've taken a shot that has hurt them, and rattled the brain, and you go back to your corner and your coach is telling you to do this, do that there. Sometimes you're in a daze.
Yeah.
It's like like you could tell me whatever you want right now. I could try to do it, but I'm not able to. You know what I mean?
It's true too because you're like, why the fuck would I listen to that? That didn't look
Yeah.
where that got me.
Fury,
and you're like,
right?
And your instincts kick in, and it's like, all right,
Yeah.
I gotta make some adjustments. But the fact of the matter is yeah, man, when you got that type of power too, like Deontay Wilder, you just probably like, well, if I land this fucking shot, I could just stop this fight.
Yeah.
So and he's dependent on that, and
He was in the fight, bro, all the way.
He was.
At the end of the 10th, I was like, damn, he fucking
he was gonna get up, bro.
Low key almost stole the round in the 10th, I thought.
He would have made the count. It was the way that he fell. Like I think he probably would have made the count, man.
I think he did make the count.
Right, which is crazy. Like this dude was ready to just
I'm surprised they're not like the Wilder fans aren't complaining that he didn't get a count.
Right. The one thing that they would have a case on, isn't that like the case the last time too?
Yeah.
The one thing that they would have a case on, they went everywhere else. That's how you know it's not legitimate, man. The long count and all that shit. But what's up? But the long count and all that, like that to me is bullshit. But he could have possibly got up. Like if I was a Wilder fan fucking fanatic, I'd be like,
Yeah.
they stopped it too soon in the 11th.
Can we admit though that Wilder has a titanium eardrum because Fury kept hitting him at the side of the ear? It was like he was targeting that ear.
I don't know if it's titanium. It might be glass because it started bleeding in this one too.
It was bleeding, but he didn't have that equilibrium thing that he had in the second fight. He didn't look like he was like walking like drunk.
He almost
Yeah,
fell when he
but
got
Fury,
out the ring, man.
but
They had to
Fury
catch
kept
him.
targeting him. Yeah,
Security had to catch him from falling out of the ring when he was leaving. Y'all didn't see
Yeah.
that? He
Who,
stood up
Fury?
and put his Wilder.
Oh,
He put
Wilder.
his hands up and then fucking like his whole body just kind of. So yeah, man, his equilibrium was off, and I don't care what anyone says, man. It was the eardrum, man. He got his eardrum busted in 2 different fights, and that's dangerous, especially if you're counting on your skill set and your balance. You don't have balance when your eardrum is busted for the most part. It throws your equilibrium way the fuck off. So
Yeah, that's what
when I was
controls your equilibrium. Your
yeah,
inner
so
ear.
right, so it's like, how is this man even standing at
It's
all?
pretty amazing, dude.
Yeah,
And he
it
came
is.
back a few times. He landed some big shots. Like he impressed me in that fight, bro.
Yeah, I really
He
got nothing to knock when it comes to what they were doing inside the ring, and the guts that they were displaying. I can't really knock either one of them guys. I do think that they probably could have made it easier on themselves if they made adjustments, but hey, woulda,
I
shoulda,
think
coulda.
Fury was a
We
little
still
bit
got a
out of
great
shape.
fight.
He couldn't quite bounce on his toes like he could in the first 2 fights. I think it had something to do with Wilder attacking the body at the very beginning, but I think it was also him not being in as good of a shape as he was in the second fight.
Maybe. I don't know, but hell of a show, one way or the other, no matter how we
yeah.
do it.
I think it piqued a lot of people's interest. That's the nicest way,
Yeah.
like a lot of casual fans interest. So like heavyweight boxing is alive. So goes boxing.
Facts. Well, I'm
Especially
about
with
to cut this
no
one,
fans.
guys. I've been
Yeah,
riding way too long. I got some things popping, but I certainly appreciate everybody that swung through. Lisa
Oh
Bell,
yeah.
Scott Blow, Brian Black, Actual Facts, Red Glove Militant, Kangaroo Jack, and my boy LaRon, Toby Barlett, Marlon Machine, Toby, yeah,
the
yeah,
hardest
like
working man on YouTube.
absolutely.
And Brian.
And Brian, of course,
Brian
Brian
All I've
always,
already mentioned it.
Martin Ramos, Saul, like the whole squad, LaRon as usual, Evil Green, yup. He swung through for the first time, which
Martin
was
Ramos.
awesome. Yeah, Ramos, but he had to leave to hook up the fade. If you're ever in New York, that's who you go see, man, and get that man a tip. Lance Myers, Anders. We even had Jamal swing through. If I missed anybody, please don't take it personal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jetta Kyle, shit.
I want to know who you big dosser is.
Uli X Games.
You big dosser.
Yeah, big dosa.
UX Games. RGM.
Yep.
Red
The
glove,
whole
yeah.
squad, man. Like, I appreciate all the support I get from you guys, and I appreciate being a part of this community, and y'all welcome me the way that you do. And I appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all feel welcome on my panel and in my chat as well. And I hope I don't sell any of y'all short. Like, if y'all comments don't come up on time, I'm trying to, I'm into the talking and stuff, so don't take it personal.
Mm-hmm. Right. And didn't I do good today, 1-2 Kid? I didn't come in arguing.
You do fantastic all the time, and you always do good.
I like when you
mind
come
when
in
you
mad.
let loose, though.
I like when you come in mad.
I don't. I really don't. I don't like that. I just
I
don't
don't
like
mind
that.
either way. You're always welcome on the panel. Like
I like when you
always
get in body bag mode, Lisa.
No, I don't like that.
He likes when you put them horsehair gloves
body
on.
bag.
I'm the one that has to live with it, and then I don't feel good later on.
Yeah,
'Cause I
but
do
you know
have a
what?
conscience.
Most of the people, it takes a lot to get you upset, and the people that you get upset at pretty much deserve it.
Oh, and essays
Nah,
too. He
see,
swung through.
no, I just be little. Yeah,
Jordan.
but I gotta not be so petty and silly. You know, like I got some growing up to
Ross
do
Clark.
too.
We all got
Yeah,
that.
Ross Plot was here. Yeah.
Yeah, we all got
Coupon
that.
was here for a second.
Yeah.
And so was who else? There was one more person that I missed. Oh, Jordan. We had Essay in the
Oh
building.
yeah, Sporting Evangelist here. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. He was here. Yeah.
Friday. But I'm gonna cut it short. Thanks again, y'all, man. Always appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the fights, and we got plenty more big fights. Anybody got anything to promote or to plug?
Nah. Thanks for having me on, OTK.
Yeah.
No problem.
Hey,
No problem.
I'm looking forward to the Shakur and Jamel hiring.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah,
that's
me
what I'm looking
too.
forward to.
I
Yeah.
honestly don't know who to root for.
Yeah.
I
like Fulton Figueroa. I think that'd be a good fight.
Oh
That-
yeah.
There's another
like
one.
this
That's gonna
Sunday,
be a
yeah.
good one. Yeah.
Then you got Porter. You got Porter and Crawford. Like there's good fights coming up. No
Yeah.
matter what you think. Like
Yeah.
boxing's the vibe. I don't know why at the end of every year, boxing seems to come alive. I don't know why. Winter time is the best. Always seems to be the best thing for boxing. Autumn, late autumn, winter.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the end of this year because it's gonna be a good ride.
Yeah, we're gonna have Undisputed too soon. So
Definitely.
that's all banging as well. So we're gonna get
Right, who's on
Canelo
this?
and Caleb Plant.
Oh yeah, Canelo and Plant. Yep.
Canelo and Plant. Yeah, definitely.
I keep forgetting that's Undisputed though. I keep forgetting Plant as the title.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And to me, it's better than the French fry title. But this
Ah,
is the
that's
1-2
true.
kid.
That's true.
I'm signing off, y'all. Thanks again. And have a good one, y'all.
All right. Peace, everyone.
And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. I'm fucking dying, man.
I make your mouth obese like Delarice. When I release, you lose teeth like little Steve.